Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Columbia's presentation of Willie Wonka. Thank you very much, folks. Now, fans, it is time to meet tonight's starting lineups. First of all, for the visiting Long Island Ducks, managed by Kevin Baez. They will bat like this, leading off the center fielder, number 26, Dave Corrales. Batting second, the second baseman, number 16, Ray Navarrete. Hitting third in right field, number 13, Alan Bailey. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 37, Ramon Castro. Hitting fifth at third base, number 21, Bryant Nelson. Batting sixth and catching, number 36, Ralph Henriquez. Hitting seventh to first baseman, number 22, Joash Brodeen. Batting eighth in left field, number 2, Ryan Canary. And hitting ninth to shortstop, number 12, Dan Lyons. Starting pitcher tonight for Long Island, number 5, left-hander Matt Way, with a record of 0-0. And now here's the starting lineup for your Lancaster Barnstormers, managed by Butch Hobson. Lancaster will bat like this, leading off the shortstop, number 24, Kevin Howard. Batting second at third base, number 8, Cody Kirkland. Batting third in center field, number 2, Blake Galen. Hitting fourth, the designated hitter, number 10, Travis Denker. Batting fifth in right field, number 35, Ryan Harvey. Batting sixth at first base, number 29, Darrell Ward. Batting seventh in left field, number 7, Joe Mather. Hitting eighth and catching, number 15, Pee Paramore. Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 1, Tinoshi Takashima. The starting pitcher tonight for Lancaster, right-hander number 33, Jay Bente, with a record of 1 win and no losses.
This is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Swung on and ripped down the right field line. This one is deep. It is gone from CI to see you later.
2-0 here is well hit to right field. Drew Macias going back. Forget it, it's gone! A grand slam home run for Brian Nelson.
Justin Davies at the plate. The winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on. Bouncing ball left side. Off the mitt. Up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Louis Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again.
Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch. And the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Swing and miss for strike three. This ball game is over. The Long Island Ducks win it 5-4, and they are the champions of the Liberty Division. Lions punt up the third baseline. Esquivel charging in. They're not going to have a play, and the Ducks are the champions of the Atlantic League here in 2012. And there is a mob scene of Long Island Ducks in right center field. They are the Atlantic League champions.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital pregame show.
Live here from Clipper Magazine Stadium in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, it is time once again for Long Island Ducks baseball. And tonight, the finale of the 7-game road trip to open up the 2013 season for the Long Island Ducks as they take on the Lancaster Barnstormers in the final game of a 3-game series. Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Michael Pollack. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play throughout the night from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. The Ducks still in search of their first victory here in 2013. The road trip has not gone well for Long Island. They've been in just about every game. All 5 of the 6 games, they have been right there in every single one of them, but they are still searching for win number 1 after a heartbreaking 6-5 loss last night here at Clipper Magazine Stadium, in which one inning turned the game around and gave Lancaster their 6th straight win to start off the 2013 season. So we recap last night's game. The Ducks flexing their muscles early on as they broke out the bats in a big way through the first 3 innings of the ball game. In the top of the first, Danny Perales would ground out to second to lead off the game, but up next was Adam Bailey. Here comes an 0-2 from the right-hander Pollock, and Bailey will swing and crush one deep in the air to right field. No chance for Harvey. You can forget it. Adam Bailey with his first home run of the 2013 season, an absolute blast that clears the picnic tents and leaves the yard, and the Ducks take the early lead 1-0 here in the top of the first. So the Ducks were ahead 1-0 at that point on Bailey's first long ball of the year. The Ducks third in the last 3 games. They had hit 1 on Sunday in Sugar Land, 1 on Tuesday here at Clipper Magazine Stadium, and then Bailey going deep for the solo home run. Ducks had a 1-0 lead. In the second inning, they would get another with 1 out as Brian Nelson would ground out to first, but after that, Joe Ashbrodeen would come to the plate. 0-1. That's crushed in the air to deep right field. Again, Harvey will turn and look, and again, you can forget it. Almost the exact same spot where Adam Bailey went deep. Joe Ashbrodeen clears the picnic tents and leaves the yard, and it's 2-0 Long Island here in the second. So the Ducks with a 2-0 lead at that point, thanks to Brodeen's first home run of the season. Brodeen hit it in about the exact same spot where Bailey went yard, so it was 2-0 at that point. Ducks feeling great about themselves. But in the second inning, Darrell Ward would lead off with a double to left for Lancaster, would go to third. 2 batters later, first Harvey would ground out to third. That would keep Ward where he was at second. Joe Mather would strike out looking, and then the big at-bat of the inning as Olmo Rosario hit a ground ball to third. Should have been a ground out to end the inning, but Brian Nelson had trouble fielding the ball, and on the error, Ward went to third. Rosario was safe at first. The inning would continue. Rosario would steal second base easily, and then Petey Paramore with a 2-run single to right field off of Duck starter John Brownell. 2 unearned runs in the inning, and the Ducks all of a sudden were looking at a tie score 2-2. But Long Island would answer right back in their half of the third inning. Dan Lyons would lead off with a single to center, and up would step Danny Perales. Pollock kicks and fires, and Perales crushes one in the air to right field, deep down the line. Harvey going back, he looks up, and you can forget it. Third home run of the ball game in 3 innings for the Ducks as Danny Perales goes yard for the first time this season. It's a 2-run shot, and the Ducks retake the lead 4-2 here in the third inning. So the first home run, not of the solo variety for the Ducks, was the 2-run shot by Perales down the right field line. 3 homers in 3 innings for the Ducks off right-hander Dwayne Pollock, and it was the righty's first time in his Barnstormers career that he gave up 3 home runs in a single game. His previous high was 2 last year against Camden, and the Ducks were on top 4-2. It would stay that way until the 5th, and John Brownell had not walked the batter through the first 4 innings, but all of a sudden in the 5th, he lost a little control. He walked the leadoff man, P.D. Paramore, the number 9 hitter in the Barnstormer lineup. He induced a flyout to left by Jerry Owens and a flyout to center by Kevin Howard. And on a 3-2 pitch to Blake Galen, he just did miss the inside corner. So Galen drew the second walk of the inning. It would continue the inning, and Travis Danker would come to the plate. Kicks and fires to the plate, and this one is hit high in the air, deep to right field. Bailey goes back, he turns and looks, and you can forget it. Ryan Harvey, a 3-run home run. Check that, Travis Danker with a 3-run home run the opposite way to right. It is Danker's first of the year, and all of a sudden the Ducks now trail it 5-4 here in the 5th. And just like it was on Sunday in Sugarland, just one swing of the bat, Kobe Clemens had the 2-run shot when the Ducks were on top 1-0 in that game and completely dominating the ball game. Yesterday, the Ducks offense really had them in control throughout the entire game, but the one swing of the bat by Travis Danker gives the Barnstormers a 5-4 lead, and Darrell Ward would add some insurance right after that. And Brownell's pitch is hit high in the air, deep down the right field line again. Bailey's going to turn and watch this go, and again, you can forget it. Back-to-back home runs in the 5th inning by Travis Danker and Darrell Ward, and it's now a 6-4 lead for the Barnstormers here in the 5th. So the home run by Darrell Ward, Ward's first home run of the season, and just like that, the Barnstormers were on top 6-4. Ducks would get a run back, though, in the 7th inning, as with one out, Ryan Canary doubled down the left field line, and 2 batters later, Dan Lyons hit an infield single up the middle that caromed off of the pitcher at the time, Tim Dillard. So the Ducks had cut it to 6-5, but Danny Perales would ground out to first to end the threat. The Ducks would go in order in the 8th and the 9th. And Lancaster won the game 6-5 over the Ducks. 6 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Lancaster. They left 4. 5 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Ducks. They left 2. Dwayne Pollock the win, improved to 2-0 on the season. John Brownell the loss, falling to 0-2. And Yoslan Herrera with his 3rd save of the year in a game that took 2 hours and 22 minutes in front of 2,909 fans here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Well, we will take a break here on the North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital pregame show. When we get back, I am joined by Ducks first baseman and switch hitter Joe Ashbrodeen.
Hi, this is manager Kevin Byers, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding health care right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at www.nslij.com. Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Holiday Inn Islip MacArthur Airport in Ronkonkoma. Uncover the perfect balance of memorable, award-winning service and the most central location Long Island has to offer. The Holiday Inn is located less than a quarter mile from the Islip MacArthur Airport with a state-of-the-art health and fitness center, high-speed internet access, a world-class outdoor pool, and the great food and fun inside the Brickyard Bar and Grill. There's never been a better time to visit the Holiday Inn Islip Airport. Best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Holiday Inn, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 585-9500 today. That's 631-585-9500.
Back here at Clipper Magazine Stadium, getting set for the start of tonight's game between the Ducks and the Lancaster Barnstormers. Joe Ashbrodeen going deep for the first time this season last night, his 4th home run since joining the Ducks last season in the second half. And prior to tonight's game, I had the chance to catch up with the Ducks switch-hitting first baseman. All right, Joe Ash, final game of this road trip. How excited are you for the end of this game and to get a chance to go back home and finally play at Bethpage Ballpark for the first time this season tomorrow?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be great to get home and play in front of the home fans and all that. Hoping to try and play hard and get a W to finish the road trip.
Talk about this road trip. You know, it's obviously a lot of travel going from home to Sugar Land and then up here to Pennsylvania. But how much has the travel been a part of it in terms of the 0-6 start, and what do you think has been the big reason why you guys have struggled out of the gate?
I don't think it's the travel so much. It's just, you know, we have a new team, and it takes time to get the chemistry down. And I mean, we've been playing two pretty solid teams. They're both undefeated right now. And it just takes a little bit of time. I think we've put together some pretty good ABs and some good swings. It's just not falling right now, but you know, we're not pressing that much. We're just trying to take it one AB at a time and try to come away with a W tonight.
Talk about last night, you guys get that early lead, 3 home runs in the ballgame. For you, your first of the year, how nice did it feel to get your first out of the way?
It was nice. You know, we've been wanting to score early and try to get a lead early and then kind of carry that into the rest of the ball game. So it was definitely nice to jump out in front. We just gotta finish the game.
Well, here tonight, you guys are going to be facing somebody you haven't seen before in Jay Bente, but on the other side, you'll have Matt Way going. I know the first outing this year was uncharacteristic of what he did at the end of last year for the Ducks, but what do you expect out of him on the mound tonight?
I expect good things out of Matt. He's a great pitcher, great stuff. You know, it's early. It's early for everybody, and it takes some time to get used to being on the field again. And but I expect good things from him tonight. He's got good stuff. I think it'll be a lot different than his first outing for sure.
This is your second year now with the Ducks. Talk about the craziness of last year. You start with London in the Frontier League. That team folds, and then you end up getting signed by the Ducks, and by year's end, you're an Atlantic League champion. Just talk about the craziness of what last year brought for you.
Yeah, it was a very interesting year. Started in London, Ontario in the Frontier League, and team folded after 60 games and didn't have a place to play. And, you know, got the phone call, thankfully, from Long Island and came here. And, you know, we struggled in the second half, but the job that the guys did in the first half got us a playoff opportunity, and, you know, started playing good baseball towards the end of the season, and anything can happen in the playoffs. It was an outstanding time, great run. You know, one of the best experiences I've had in my life for sure.
In that postseason run for you in the 10 games that the Ducks played, you had quite an incredible offensive show, but specifically in the championship series, a .476 average against Lancaster. What was working for you so well against the Barnstormers in that series?
You know, I guess I was just trying to take good swings every time I was up there, trying to take the best at bat that I could, and, you know, by doing that, I found a couple holes, put some good swings on the baseball. You know, just trying to do anything I can to help the team win, and it was a fun time, great experience.
Well, tomorrow night will be the culmination of that celebration with the championship ring and banner raising ceremony at Bethpage Ballpark. How excited are you for that, and to get that finally, to get that chance to get the ring and put it on your finger for the first time?
It's going to be I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun time. You know, it's my first championship at any level. Definitely looking forward to it. See some of the guys that were on the team last year and have a good time, and, you know, play some good hard baseball for the fans.
Yeah, talk about that. There's going to be a lot of guys coming back that were with the team in 2012 aren't here right now. I'm sure this is going to be the first time you're probably seeing them since you guys were on that field winning the championship last year. So how exciting is it for you to get to see those guys again tomorrow?
Very excited. It's going to be a great time. Bunch of good guys. I had an outstanding time playing with them, meeting them last year. It's going to be fun to get back with them and see how they're doing and get that ring and, you know, have some fun.
While there are a lot that aren't on the team this year, there are about 12 or so that were on the team last year that are on the team again here in 2013. How great is it to have so many returning players? And then talk about some of the new guys that are here this year, some of the big former major leaguers like Dontrell Willis, who will start tomorrow night for you guys.
Yeah, we have a pretty good nucleus of the guys from last year. It's fun to, you know, talk about that experience with them. Had a blast, and the new guys are all outstanding. Dontrell's, he's a competitor. You know, he's going to go out there the first night and put up a good show. You know, keep us in the ball game, and like I said, hopefully we'll get a win there for the fans.
All right, Joe Ash. Well, best of luck here in 2013. It'll be an exciting night tomorrow for sure, and have a great season.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Joe Ash.
That is Joe Ash Brodeen of the Long Island Ducks, the first baseman and switch hitter. Tonight he is in the number 7 spot in the lineup as the Ducks and Barnstormers play the final game of this 3-game series. And for the Ducks, the final game of this 7-game road trip to open up the season. They return home for the 2013 home opener tomorrow night when they host the Sugar Land Skeeters at 7:05 p.m. Well, it's time for tonight's starting lineups as the Barnstormers are on the field. Righty Jay Bente is taking his warm-up tosses. Kevin Byers' lineup tonight looks like this. Danny Perales is leading off. He is in center field. Ray Navarrete will move up to the number 2 spot in the order, and he will get the start at second base tonight. Hitting in the third spot, the right fielder Adam Bailey, and cleaning up, serving as the DH, is Ramon Castro. Brian Nelson over at third base will bat fifth. Ralph Henriquez doing the catching tonight. He is batting sixth. Joe Ashbrodeen over at first base will hit in the 7th spot. Ryan Canary out in left field. He will bat 8th, and rounding out the order is the shortstop, Dan Lyons. And as for the Barnstormers, they will send out right-handed pitcher Jay Bente, who made his first start of the year and won it during the opening series of the season for the Barnstormers as they took on the Camden River Sharks, a series in which the River Sharks were defeated in all 4 games by the Barnstormers. So Bente takes the mound, and we'll see how things go for him to kick things off against this Long Island Ducks team. First time he is facing the Ducks in the Atlantic League. So Bente will step to the mound, and Perales will step into the batter's box. Perales hits from the left side, the center fielder for Long Island. And the first pitch on the way from Bente is way upstairs. That is ball 1, and that's how we start here tonight at about 7:01 p.m. Ducks again looking for their first win of the season. They've gone 0 for 6 here on this road trip. The Barnstormers are a perfect 6-0 to this point. 1-0, and a check swing and a high fastball. They'll appeal to third, and no swing, says the third base umpire, Billy Huffstedler. Huffstedler's over at third, Aaron Freeman is over at first, and Chase Edmondson behind home plate. 2-0 the count on Perales, and the pitch here up high again. And Bente has missed 3 times up top, and the count 3-0 on Perales, who is 3 for 12 to start the year. Missed the final 3 games in Sugarland with a sore knee, but has played all 3 games now here in Lancaster. And a 3-0 taken all the way for a strike over the inside corner. And the count is 3-1. Ducks in their road gray jerseys, Barnstormers in their home white. Ducks wearing the black caps, Barnstormers with the red. 3-1, Perales swings away, lines one down the right field line. That is going to drop in for a base hit, and it's going to roll into the corner. Perales around first, digging in for second, and he will stop right there as the throw comes into the shortstop, Kevin Howard. And Danny Perales, with his team-high 3rd double of the year, leads things off in the first with the double down the right field line. So a good start for Perales and the Ducks. Ducks got off to a 1-0 lead in yesterday's game, thanks to the home run in the first by Adam Bailey. In fact, now out of the 7 games here on this road trip, only twice have Ducks opponents scored the first run of the ball game. So the Ducks have been able to get early leads. The problem is they haven't been able to hold them and sustain the offense throughout. Here's Ray Navarrete to bat. First pitch from Jay Bente. Navarrete will take a fastball strike at the belt, 0-1. Navarrete struggling here so far this season, 3 for 23. 3 runs batted in. And an 0-1 upcoming to the Ducks' second baseman. Perales leads at second. Bente will kick and fire, and Navarrete grounds one here to third. Big hop for Cody Kirkland, who fields and throws across in time for the out. So Navarrete is retired, and that is the first out here in the top of the first inning. Defensively for the Barnstormers, Joe Mather is out in left field, Blake Galen in center, and Ryan Harvey is around in right. On the infield, Cody Kirkland back in at third base, Kevin Howard the shortstop. Tsuyoshi Takashima gets the start at second base, first action of the series for him. Darrell Ward is over at first, and P.D. Paramore behind the plate with Jay Bente on the mound. First pitch on the way from Bente to Adam Bailey. That fastball misses inside, and the count 1-0 on Bailey, who uncorked his first home run of the year last night in the opening inning. A solo shot way out to deep right center field. Perales takes his lead at second with 1 away. And Bente's 1-0 is up high. Bailey thought about swinging but held off, and now he's ahead in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Bailey 5 for 25 to start the year. 2 doubles, a homer, and 2 runs batted in. 2 balls, no strikes. Bente from the belt kicks and fires, and this is a breaking ball that missed up and outside for ball 3. And Bailey now heading the count 3 balls and no strikes with Ramon Castro waiting on deck. Lights are on here. The sun is setting over that left field wall, shining right into our broadcast booth here on the first base side of home plate. And Bente's 3-0. Coming to the plate, Bailey takes all the way. That's outside for ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to Adam Bailey. And it's our first Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose of the night. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quacker Jack Foundation wins. So the walk to Adam Bailey. And with a runner at first and second with one away, Ramon Castro, the cleanup hitter and designated hitter for the Ducks, steps up to bat from the right side. So Bente in a little trouble. The Ducks trying to get a big early lead here against the Barnstormers right-hander. First pitch to Castro. That's up and inside. 5 straight out of the strike zone from Bente in the count 1-0. Castro got the night off last night. He was on deck as the pinch hitter in the 9th inning with Ryan Canary at the plate. Canary struck out to end the game. And the 1-0. Castro a high pop-up. Foul territory, third base side. It's actually more behind the plate. And the catcher, Petey Paramore, couldn't find it at first. And that was way back into the crowd anyway, about 6 or 7 rows deep. So that'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Castro 5 for 20 this year. He has an RBI, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. First season with the Ducks for the 13-year Major League veteran. Perales at second, and Bailey at first with one away. The 1-1. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. And Castro now behind here, 1-2 against the righty Bente. Bente, last pitch before this season, in 2011, he was 0-1 with an ERA of 9, 2 Major League appearances that year with the Tampa Bay Rays. 1-2, swing and a foul back to the screen. Actually had 1 game with Tampa and 1 game with the Florida Marlins. Start with the Marlins and a relief appearance with Tampa. Spent most of the season, though, at AAA for both of those teams. 4-3, 3.84 ERA in 34 minor league games that year at the AAA level. The 1-2 from Bente, that is in there for a called strike 3. Castro thought it was a little high, but that is strike 3 called. First K for Bente, and that's the second out here in the opening inning. Pretty good pitch there from the right-hander. And Castro will head back to the dugout. 2 down, 2 on, and up will step Bryant Nelson. So Nelson, who has gotten off to a slow start, a rough night last night, he was 0 for 4 at the plate and a costly error in the second inning. That led to 2 Barnstormer runs. First pitch on the way to Nelson here is a fastball low, and the count 1-0. Nelson 4 for 24 thus far this season. Did have a solo home run here on Tuesday night to the picnic tents in right field. 1-0 pitch upcoming from the right-hander. Looks back to second, deals to the plate, and Nelson takes a curveball in there for a strike. And that'll even up the count at 1-1. Blue skies overhead with the sun setting, no wind to speak of. The flag out in center field, just hanging there. Temperatures are a little bit cool right now. The lower 60s, 1-1. That misses low and inside for a ball. Runs the count to 2-1 on Nelson. Nelson was a member of the Barnstormers here in 2010, was an Atlantic League All-Star that season. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 on here in the first. And the pitch to Nelson here is chopped on the ground to the first base side. The pitcher Bente will field. He flips it underhand to first. And Bente works into and out of trouble here in the opening half inning. For the Ducks, no runs, 1 hit, a walk, and 2 men left. And we played a half inning today here in Lancaster. It's the Ducks nothing, and the Barnstormers coming to bat.
Hi, this is Ray Navarrete, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northeast Facility Supplies is the official janitorial supplier of the Long Island Ducks, serving all of Long Island, both North and South Fork locations to better serve you. We're located in Ronkonkoma and have a complete range of janitorial supplies for all your facilities needs. Whether it's paper, plastics, chemicals, machinery, or equipment, no business is ever too big or too small for us. Don't forget to ask about our price match guarantee. Visit us on the web at www.nefaci.com or give us a call at 631-563-8119.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding health care right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at www.nslij.com.
Bottom of the first, no score here in Lancaster. Ducks and Barnstormers. The Ducks and Municipal Credit Union have teamed up this season to present the Walk with a Purpose promotion. Every time a Long Island Ducks player walks, Municipal Credit Union will make a donation to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Municipal Credit Union serving members since 1916. Ducks southpaw Matt Way will make his second start of the year. A playoff hero from a year ago. 4 solid games, 2 terrific starts for the Ducks in the playoffs, including one here against this Lancaster Barnstormers team. And he will make his first start of the year against Lancaster tonight and will face a lineup that looks like this. Kevin Howard will lead off. He is the shortstop. Cody Kirkland up in the number 2 spot. He will play third base. And Blake Galen in center field. He bats third. Travis Denker is the designated hitter. He hits in the number 4 spot. Ryan Harvey in right field hits 5th. Darrell Ward batting 6th, playing first base. Joe Mather is out in left field and will bat 7th. Petey Paramore doing the catching and hitting 8th. And rounding out the order is the second baseman, Tsuyoshi Takashima. First pitch from Matt Way to Kevin Howard, and it is taken for a strike. A fastball right off the bat, and the count 0-1. So the lefty Howard starting things off despite the left-hander on the mound. And the 0-1 is low and outside. And that will run the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. Howard 6 for 21 to start the year, and here he hits a high fly ball in the air to right center field. The right fielder Bailey and the center fielder Perales converging. It's going to be Perales who makes the call on the catch, and that is out number 1 here in the bottom of the first. So Howard retired, and that'll bring up Cody Kirkland. Kirkland batting from the right side as Howard retired on the flyout. And Matt Way looking to rebound from a rough start to open the year in Sugarland against the Skeeters. So Kirkland digs in from the right side. First pitch from Way, and that's hit high in the air foul. First base side out of play in the count, 0-1. In Way's first start of the season, he got a no decision, but he gave up 3 runs, all of them earned, on 2 hits and 6 walks in just 2 innings of work, and he threw 3 wild pitches as well. 0-1 here, a big swing and a miss. There's that terrific changeup that when Matt Way has that pitch working for him, nearly impossible to hit, and that's why he was so successful at the end of last season for the Ducks. 0-2 pitch here to Kirkland, and a swing and a foul ball at home plate. Just got a piece off the end of the bat to stay alive. Kirkland 3 for 13 to start the year, does have a homer and 3 runs batted in. Hit a 2-run homer to right in the first inning here on Tuesday night. 0-2 the count. Way kicks and fires, and the pitch is inside. That'll run the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lefty pitcher against the righty batter, and the 1-2 is laced in the air to center field. Perales on the run. He will make the catch in right center. So Kirkland hits the ball well, but Perales catches up to it. And with 2 away in the first, that'll bring up Blake Galen. On that way in the playoffs, pitched at this very field in Game 2 of the Atlantic League Championship Series against the Lancaster Barnstormers. Not his best start, but he kept the Ducks in the game. First pitch on the way to Blake Galen. That's in there for a called strike, 0-1. Way through 5 2/3 innings in that game. He gave up 7 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, 5 walks and 5 strikeouts. 0-1, Galen squares the bunt, and he fouls it off. At home plate, count will go to 0-2 on Galen. Way left the game in the 6th inning. With the Ducks at that point trailing 4-3. They would trail 4-3 entering the 9th inning of that game before they rallied for 6 runs. Low in the dirt from Way. And the count will go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Galen hits from the left side. The pitch on the way here is grounded right back to the mound. Way will field and throw it over to Brodeen at first. And a nice easy 1-2-3 inning for the Ducks left-hander Matt Way to start things off here on this Thursday night. Barnstormers go in order. We go to the second. No score here at Clipper Magazine Stadium.
Hi, this is center fielder Danny Perales, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Now that Metrex is the official nutrition bar of the Long Island Ducks, they're fueling their powerful lineup with delicious high-quality protein to support lean muscle and strength. So that in 2013, the Long Island Ducks can have their best season ever. Uh-oh. Metrex, shaping every body.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc's specially formulated paver shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc paver, let Nicoloc pavers pave your way.
To the second inning here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Ducks and the Barnstormers are scoreless in the final game of this 3-game series. Time for the Ducks injury report, which is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapists of the Long Island Ducks. Well, currently, Josh Barfield is still out of the lineup. He is day-to-day with a hamstring injury that he suffered while running the bases on Sunday in Sugar Land, Texas. So he'll be out for some time. And right now, Ray Navarrete getting the start at second base today. He and Gabe Suarez will pretty much share the playing time over there at second. But that is it for the Ducks injury report. Everybody else is healthy. And as for a couple of new players that have signed with the Ducks, first baseman and outfielder Ben Broussard, a former major leaguer who has spent time in the big leagues with most notably the Seattle Mariners and Cleveland Indians, as well as first baseman outfielder Ryan Strebe. A couple of big power bats signed by the Long Island Ducks this week. They have signed, but they are not active yet, and most likely will be activated on Friday, tomorrow, when the Ducks return home to open up their first homestand of the year, which will feature 3 games against the Sugar Land Skeeters and 3 against the Somerset Patriots, with the off day on Monday. And then the Ducks will head back to the road right here. First pitch to Ralph Henriquez, misses for ball 1. They'll actually go to York first for 3 games in York, and then they'll come here once again to Lancaster. 1-0 count on Ralph Henriquez, the Ducks' number 6 hitter and catcher. And the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Cut through an off-speed pitch, diving down into the zone, and the count even up at 1-1 on Henriquez, who is 2 for 15 so far this year. One ball, one strike. Pitch on the way, and Henriquez takes outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count on Bente. 19 pitches in that first inning. Bente picked up the win his first time out with 5 shutout innings against the Camden River Sharks. 2-1 on the ground here towards second. Gobbled up there by Takashima. He will throw over to first in time for the out. So Henriquez is retired, and there's one away here in the second inning. Well, here's our guest on the North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital pregame show, Joash Brodeen, one of the many Ducks who will receive his championship ring tomorrow night at Bethpage Ballpark. 12 members of the championship roster last year that faced this Barnstormers team in the championship series, currently on the Ducks roster. First pitch, Brodeen tried to bunt his way on, and he bunted right through it for strike one. Matt Fleischman also currently on the Ducks roster. He played for the Ducks in 2012, wasn't though on the championship roster. And there will be a bunch of returning players coming to Bethpage Ballpark tomorrow. 0-1, Brodeen, ground ball, right side. Darrell Ward fields in the hole. Turns around, the underhand toss to Bente is in time. 3-1 on the putout, 2 groundouts, and 2 away here in the second inning. Now for sure, as we saw on Twitter, if you follow the Ducks at twitter.com/LIDucks, and some of their players from last year, Matt Esquivel, Bobby Blevins, Jamie Quinn, among the names that will be returning who aren't on this year's Ducks team, but were certainly members of last year's Atlantic League Championship squad. First pitch here to Ryan Canary is a fastball inside for ball one, so it should make for a memorable night. And fans asked to be in their seats by 6:30 tomorrow night for the championship ring and banner raising ceremony. Here's a 1-0. Canary squared to bunt, pulled back, and he takes a called strike, and the count 1-1. Canary 2 for 9 on the year, a double, a run scored, and 2 walks. Didn't play in the final 3 games in Sugar Land. And a 1-1 here is hard on the ground again, but right to the second baseman Takashima. He throws to first for the out. Ducks are retired in order in the second on 3 groundouts, 2 to second and 1 to first. Ducks go down 1-2-3, and we go to the bottom of the second. No score here in Lancaster.
Hi, this is shortstop Dan Lyons. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheDannyLyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
This one is clocked. Deep left field by Dan Lyons. Going back is left fielder Peter Barrows. He's looking up. That ball will not leave its wingman. I feel the need for speed. Talk to me, Goose. Talk to me. No good. Talk to me.
Hey, Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Every time a Ducks hitter goes deep, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all the winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
This summer, LIPA can help you save big on a new central air conditioning system with up to $1,000 in rebates and up to $500 in operating cost savings each year. And only a LIPA participating Cool Homes contractor can make sure you get all these savings plus a quality installation for maximum comfort over the life of your system. Ready to save? We're ready to help. Visit lipower.org/coolhomes to make sure that your contractor is a LIPA Cool Homes contractor.
We move to the bottom of the second inning here at Clipper Magazine Stadium, where the Long Island Ducks and the Lancaster Barnstormers are scoreless. Final game of this 3-game series for the Ducks. Matt Way worked an efficient 1-2-3 first inning, retiring all 3 Barnstormers he faced through just 12 pitches in that inning, 9 for strikes. And he'll face the 4, 5, and 6 hitters this inning. It'll be Travis Denker, Ryan Harvey, and Darrell Ward, 2 righties and a lefty. Jerry Owens, a lefty hitter, as well as Olmo Rosario, second baseman, getting the night off tonight. And the first pitch in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. That among the regulars for this Lancaster team that are getting the night off. Aaron King, a lefty swinging outfielder, and Charlie Neal, the switch hitting catcher, back up for Lancaster. As here, Denker hits a high pop-up in the left center field. Perales racing in as Canary had trouble finding the ball, but Perales probably the closest anyway. He makes the catch. 3 flyouts so far to Danny Perales among the first 4 batters. And there's 1 out in the second. So with 1 away, that is going to bring up Ryan Harvey, righty swinging right fielder, who is still looking for his first long ball of the year. Harvey does not have great speed, but believe it or not, he's got a triple, and yet does not have a home run. He's the only Barnstormer with a triple so far this season. And the first pitch misses outside for ball 1. Ducks are looking for their first 3-bagger of the season. They have 8 doubles and 5 homers, but no triples. 1-0. That's hit foul behind the plate to the screen, and it's 1-1 on Harvey, who's 4 for 22 with the double, the triple, a run batted in, and 3 runs scored. He is a strikeout machine, 7 Ks so far on the year. Matt Way looking in for the sign, his 1-1 offering on the way, and it is dealt low for ball 2. We mentioned Way's start in Game 2. He also pitched in relief in the Ducks' clinching victory in Game 5 of the championship series through a scoreless 6th inning and struck out 2. I'll check that he walked 2, did not strike out a batter. This pitch misses for a ball, and it's now 3-1 on Harvey with Darrell Ward waiting on deck. So Way got into a little trouble that inning, but was able to get out of dodge and not allow a run. 3-1 on the ground to the right side. It's going to be the first baseman, Brodin, on the backhand. He underhand tosses to Way covering. Nice job by Way to get over there and get the put out. So there's 2 outs here in the second. And that'll bring up Darrell Ward. Defensively for the Ducks tonight, Ryan Canary is out in left, Danny Perales in center, and Adam Bailey is around in right. From left to right on the infield, Bryant Nelson is at third, Dan Lyons the shortstop. Ray Navarrete gets the start at second, and Joash Brodin is over at first. Behind the plate, Ralph Enriquez doing the catching with Matt Way on the mound. So with 2 down and the bases empty, up will step Darrell Ward from the left side. Way's first pitch to him is a fastball in there for a strike. The count 0-1. Way will be the subject as well of our 3rd inning trivia question, which will be coming up in the top half of the 3rd inning. 0-1 pitch to Ward, and he takes downstairs for ball 1. Ward on the season is 3 for 15, a double, a homer, and 4 runs batted in. He's also scored 3 runs. 1-1 from Matt Way, and the pitch is low, scooped out of the dirt by Henriquez. 2 balls and 1 strike. Darrell Ward, a former Newark Bear. In fact, he was with the Bears for the last 3 seasons before coming over to Lancaster here in 2013. The 2-1 on the way. And the pitch is lifted into left field. Canary racing in. He's going to have to play it on a hop, though. It's a base hit for Darrell Ward, and for Lancaster, their first base runner of the night. Good piece of hitting there by Darrell Ward to push the ball the opposite way. And so a runner at first with 2 away as Darrell Ward continues his good series. Went 0 for 8 through the first 4 games against Camden. But 4 for 8 here in this series. Now with 2 out, a runner at first, up will step Joe Mather from the right side. Way's first pitch to him is a fastball in at the knees for a strike. And the count 0-1. Mather 3 for 17. He has a home run and 2 runs batted in. 0-1 from the lefty. Swing and a miss as he went around on a good changeup from Way. 0-2 the count on Mather, the left fielder and 7-hitter for the Barnstormers, as Way tries to work a scoreless second. 0-2 the count. Way has the pitch he likes. Kicks and fires to the plate. Mather will swing and lift this one in the air to shallow right field. The second baseman Navarrete going out. Ray makes the call on the catch, and the side retired in the second inning. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left for the Barnstormers. 2 innings complete tonight here in Lancaster. And it's the Ducks and the Barnstormers scoreless here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. The 3rd inning coming up after this.
Hi, this is Josh Barfield, second baseman for the Ducks, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey Ducks fans, your recreation destination this year is The Rinks at Hidden Pond Park. The Rinks features 2 full-size ice rinks, a 97-acre summer day camp, a New York State licensed preschool academy, and a wide variety of birthday party options. Learn to skate, join one of many hockey leagues, swim in an Olympic-sized pool, and enjoy all the fun that The Rinks has to offer. Visit us today at 660 Terry Road in Hauppauge, or check us out online at therinks.com. The Rinks, your recreation destination.
Get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
To the third inning we go here in Lancaster tonight. Ducks and Barnstormers are scoreless, final game of this three-game series, and it is time for tonight's third inning trivia, which is brought to you by Carvel. Carvel celebrating more than 75 years of making people happy. Well, for tonight's question, it revolves around Ducks starter Matt Way, the playoff hero for the Ducks last year, who pitched in 4 games, 2 starts. He had a 2-0 record and an ERA under 3. Before that, he threw 13 1/3 scoreless innings for the Ducks at the end of the regular season with 19 strikeouts in that span. But before that, he was playing with another team, a team over in the American Association. And so tonight's trivia question, who was the team that Matt Way had pitched for last season before he joined the Long Island Ducks? And again, the hint, it was in the American Association, another independent baseball team. The association, a league that features a lot of teams in the middle of the country going from north to south. And we'll even give you another hint for the team that Matt Way pitched for. The team was located in Texas, the state where the Ducks just played 4 games this past weekend against the Sugarland Skeeters. Dan Lyons will lead off here. He swings and misses at the first pitch, and that is strike 1. Lyons, the shortstop and number 9 hitter for Long Island. So we'll let you think about the trivia question, and we'll give you the answer in the bottom half of this third inning. 0-1, swing and a high fly ball in the air to right field, pretty well hit. Harvey going back to the warning track, and he makes the catch in front of the wall for out number 1 here in the third. Lyons gives it a ride the opposite way, but it's a fly out. And that's now 6 straight Ducks batters retired by Bente since the walk to Adam Bailey with 1 out in the first. Ducks still trying to find their groove offensively, hitting just 194 as a team entering tonight. Barnstormers have not hit all that great either. They're hitting 259. They're pitching with a 2.47 ERA leading the way. Perales takes low and inside for ball 1. He doubled to right field, his team high 3rd double back in the first inning. So a count of 1-0 here on Perales, who hits from the left side. Bente gets the sign. And it's 1-0. Perales, a big swing and a miss at a breaking ball diving down and in. That'll even up the count at 1-1. Bente stands in at 6'2", 195 pounds out of Evansville, Indiana. 14th round pick of the Florida Marlins in 2005. Check that, 2006. As he deals up and away for ball 2. 10 total major league games for Bente, 1 start. 0-1 record with a 7.31 earned run average. 2-1 pitch to Perales. Fastball catches a piece of the inside corner for strike 2. And the count now even on Perales. Each team with 1 hit in the ball game. No runs across yet as we play here in the top of the third. Beautiful night for baseball in Lancaster. And the 2-2, swing and a miss. Perales chased down in the zone. Tag applied by the catcher, P.D. Paramore. And the second strikeout of the ball game for Bente. 2 away here in the third. Jay Bente, his last name is spelled, you would think the pronunciation is Buente. It's B-U-E-N-T-E. But it is pronounced Bente, like the U wasn't there. First pitch on the way to Navarrete. Fastball misses upstairs for ball 1. Navarrete grounded out to third his first time up, and that was back in the first inning. Bases empty, 2 men out here in the third. And the 1-0 pitch to Navarrete is swung and hit in the air down the right field line, twisting foul and out of play. And the count now even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Navarrete just 3 for 24 here to start the 2013 season. Now the pitch on the way. That's in there for strike 2. That's now 1 ball and 2 strikes on the Ducks' second baseman. Paramore gives Bente the sign, and the pitch on the way is low in the dirt for a ball. Good take there by Navarrete. And the count is now even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Navarrete here in his franchise record 8th season with the Long Island Ducks. He's a resident of Port Washington. And Bente's 2-2 on the way. Up and inside for ball 3. Navarrete trying to draw the Ducks' second walk here in this ball game. Adam Bailey waiting on deck for Long Island. And Bente ready. Here comes his 3-2 on the way. Navarrete swings and grounds one to third. Tough hop for Cody Kirkland. He bobbled it, then couldn't find it, and Navarrette's going to beat it out at first base. So we'll have to see exactly how that is scored. It will be an error. They immediately put it up. And Navarrete is at first with 2 men out. Wasn't the easiest play for Kirkland. Kind of an in-between hop that took a bounce and hopped up and hit him in the chest. But for Kirkland, it'll be his second error of the year. And for the Barnstormers, their 4th as a team. So the Ducks get a runner at first with 2 men away on the error by Kirkland. And here is Adam Bailey swinging from the left side. Bente's first pitch to him, upstairs for a ball. And the count is 1-0 on Bailey, who drew a walk back in the first inning. First walk of the year drawn by Adam Bailey. Navarrete takes his lead at first base. And here Bailey chops one foul up the first base line. And that'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Another light crowd on hand here tonight on this Thursday night. I'd say the biggest crowd, though, of this series thus far. Barnstormers last night announced 2,909. The previous night, 2,960. But I think by far this is the biggest crowd of the series. Still a very light crowd here on this chilly Thursday night in April. And the 1-1, swinging a high fly ball deep in the air to right field. Harvey going back to the warning track at the wall. He looks up, and it's 1 hop off the wall. Navarrete around second. He will go to third. Bailey will have to stay at first. And a single off that high wall in right field for Adam Bailey. Just missed a 2-run home run. And the Ducks now with runners at the corners and 2 men out for Ramon Castro. So Adam Bailey aiming for that wall in right field. It's just 300 feet away down the line and right from home plate. A 20-foot high wall. And hit the top of the wall just above the digital scoreboard. And Navarrete goes from first to third on the play. So Bailey's been on base twice, and it'll be up to Ramon Castro now to try and bring home the Ducks' first run. First pitch is in there for a strike, a breaking ball at the knees on the outside corner. And then Castro liked that call as he walks around the batter circle. And the count is 0-1. Castro struck out looking his first time at the plate. First and third with 2 away. No score yet between the Ducks and the Barnstormers. 0-1. Castro a weak swing and a miss. He chased the ball way down low. Now weak hack there by Castro. The count quickly 0-2. Navarrete, the runner at third, does not have great speed. Adam Bailey with decent speed over there at first. And an 0-2 pitch coming here from Jay Bente. Right-hander looks over to third. Kicks and fires to the plate, and Castro takes low. Good block at home plate by P.D. Paramore. As that will keep Navarrete at third. Now a count of 1-2 on Ramon Castro. Castro trying for at least his second run batted in of the year. Jove in 1 in the Ducks series in Sugar Land. Runners take their leads at the corners. And the 1 ball, 2 strike pitch on the way from Bente. He deals and Castro swings and fouls it back to the screen behind home plate. Good swing there by Ramon Castro. Just missed it. And the count, a ball and 2 strikes still on the Ducks designated hitter. Bente gets the sign here from P.D. Paramore. Working out of the stretch is Bente. His 1-2. Low in the dirt, scoots away from Paramore. Navarrete will come to the plate. The flip to home plate, not in time. Navarrete slides in safely. The ball gets away, and that's going to allow Bailey to make his way to third. A good break there for the Ducks as they take the 1-0 lead. Ball went in the dirt. Paramore could not block it. Navarrete scored as Paramore tried to flip it to Bente covering home plate. And the flip to home went past Bente and all the way to the Ducks dugout on the third base side. And that allows Bailey to go from first to third on what will be an E2. And on the wild pitch, the Ducks score a run. It's an unearned run at that. And all the runs in this inning, if the Ducks score more, would be unearned. So Bailey moves to second on the wild pitch. And on the E2, Paramore's second error of the year. And the second error of the inning for Lancaster. The Ducks now with a runner at third base. 2 away in a 2-2 count on Ramon Castro. Bente ready to go. Kicks and fires, and Castro will swing and miss for strike 3. So Castro strikes out for the second time tonight, but the Ducks do get a run on 1 hit, 2 very big errors, and they leave 1 on base. And after 2.5 innings tonight, the Ducks leading the Barnstormers by a count of 1-0.
Hi, this is pitcher Ian Snell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Now that Metrex is the official nutrition bar of the Long Island Ducks, they're fueling their powerful lineup with delicious high-quality protein to support lean muscle and strength. So that in 2013, the Long Island Ducks can have their best season ever. Uh-oh. Metrex, shaping every body.
I love coming to the stadium.
What do you love about a Long Island Ducks game?
The excitement!
The laughter.
The memories.
Spending time with my family.
Watching my grandson's eyes light up.
Dancing with Quacker Jack.
What about you?
A 400-foot shot.
Definitely the food.
Getting autographs and running the bases.
Play ball! For game times and promos for your 2012 Atlantic League champions, visit LIDucks.com.
I love this game.
Ducks Baseball. It's game time.
Bottom half of the third inning here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. The Long Island Ducks with the early 1-0 lead on the wild pitch by Jay Bente that allows Ray Navarrete to scamper home from third. So the Ducks lead it by a count of 1-0, and as we hit the bottom of the third, it's time for the answer to tonight's third inning trivia, which is brought to you by Carvel. Carvel celebrating more than 75 years of making people happy. Well, tonight's question we asked you in the top of the third inning. Matt Way did a terrific job for the Long Island Ducks last year at the end of the regular season and in the playoffs. He combined to win 4 games and lose none. But before he joined the Ducks, he was pitching for a team located in Texas and in the American Association, another independent league. His first pitch here to P.D. Paramore is taken for a called strike. So our question to you was, what was the name of the team that Matt Way pitched for? And if you guessed the Laredo Lemurs, you would be correct. The Laredo Lemurs of the American Association last season, as Way misses outside for ball 1. He made 21 appearances, 20 starts for Laredo, a 10-7 record, a 3.99 earned run average. And here he deals a 1-1 to P.D. Paramore. That is a check swing on a ball diving down and away. And the first base umpire, Aaron Freeman, says he did not go around, so it's 2-1. Way struck out 112 batters in 128 2/3 innings with Laredo, walked 61. So about a 2-to-1 strikeout ratio there, strikeout to walk ratio. And a 2-1 here, misses up and away for ball 3 to P.D. Paramore, the 8-hitter and catcher for Lancaster. It'll be Paramore, Takashima, and Howard here in this third inning. 3-1 to Paramore. That's in there for a strike. Good fastball from Matt Way. And the count is full at 3-2. Way stands in at 6'1", 195 pounds. 25 years old. Check that, 26 years old now. And the 3-2, lifted in the air to shallow right field. Adam Bailey will come on and will make the catch. So Paramore retired. And that is the first out here of the third inning.
Number 9, Tsuyoshi Takashima.
So here is the Japanese second baseman, a backup infielder for the Barnstormers, Tsuyoshi Takashima. He hits from the right side. And the first pitch coming here from Matt Way is inside for ball 1. Barnstormers are no strangers to foreign second basemen, and specifically Japanese second basemen. That's a 1-0 here. Is lifted in the air to right center field. Going out is Navarrete. Coming in is Bailey, and it's the right fielder Bailey making the call and the catch. Nice job by Bailey to take charge there. 2 away in the third. Back in the 2010 season for Lancaster, the Barnstormers had a second baseman named Toshihisa Nishi. And he got quite the media following. The Barnstormers actually opened the season at what was then known as Suffolk County Sports Park, the home of the Ducks. First pitch on the way to Howard is swung on and fouled back behind home plate. And there was a horde of Japanese media out at Suffolk County Sports Park to take a look at Toshihisa Nishi, who played that season, then decided to retire. 0-1. That's low. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. And now Tsuyoshi Takashima out of Japan. 5'8", 183-pound second baseman. As this one line in the air to left field and deep. Canary racing back, and he cannot make the catch. Hits off the glove. Howard around first. He's racing in for second. The throw to second not in time. Howard slides in safely. And Howard will be at second base here with 2 out for Lancaster. I think Canary misplayed that one. It was hit hard to left field. And off the bat, a good sound, and it's going to be an error on Ryan Canary. His first of the season. And I think that's the right call there, as Canary misplayed that ball, tried to catch up to it, and as he jumped up, the ball went into and out of his glove. First pitch misses downstairs here for a ball to Cody Kirkland. And the count 1-0 on Kirkland, who fly to center his first time up. 1-0, swing and a miss. Good changeup that time from Matt Way. That'll even up the count at 1-1. And the Ducks have to hope that a 2-out error there does not come back to bite them, like it did when Brian Nelson couldn't handle the ground ball in the second inning of last night's game. 1-1 to Kirkland, swing and a miss. There's that changeup again on the outside part of the plate. And Kirkland way out in front of it, the count 1-2. Not just the second base runner of the night for the Barnstormers. The first was the single to left by Darrell Ward back in the first inning. Or second inning, excuse me. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and Kirkland takes a fastball that just does miss the inside corner. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lefty pitcher against the righty batter. Way looking in for the sign as Howard leads at second. Pitch on the way, and Kirkland swings and misses for strike 3. Good fastball there from Matt Way as he picks up his first strikeout of the night, and he works around the 2-out error by Canary to get through the third without allowing a run. No runs, no hits, an error, and a runner left on base for Lancaster. 3 innings of play complete tonight here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. And the Long Island Ducks still leading the Barnstormers by a count of 1-0.
Hi, this is Joash Brodeen, first baseman, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Want to know what happy tastes like? Well, treat your taste buds to Carvel's new Iceberg and Carvel Latte beverages. A Carvel Iceberg starts with your favorite soda, like Coke, Fanta Orange, and Barks Root Beer. Blend in ice and vanilla flavoring. It's then topped off with Carvel's famous soft serve ice cream. And try a new Carvel Latte, a dynamite mixture of coffee and hazelnut or Irish cream flavor, blended with ice and topped off with whipped cream and crunchies. New Carvel Lattes and Iceberg drinks. That's what happy tastes like. Only at Carvel. Visit Carvel.com for the location nearest you.
Hey, Duck fans, you want all the latest inside info on your defending Atlantic League champion Long Island Ducks? Then follow Ducks President and General Manager Michael Pfaff on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucksGM. You'll find out first right here about player transactions, special stories, and so much more. You'll also be able to interact with Michael directly and get his take on all things Ducks baseball. Head to twitter.com/LIDucksGM today and make sure to follow along throughout the entire 2013 season. It's game time.
We move to the fourth inning here at Clipper Magazine Stadium with the Long Island Ducks leading the Lancaster Barnstormers by a count of 1-0. And hey, Ducks fans, now you can enjoy the taste of the Australian Outback at discounted prices just by attending Ducks games at Bethpage Ballpark this season. During every Friday home game, Ducks staff members will be handing out coupons for $5 off at the purchase of 2 lunch entrees at Outback Steakhouse as fans exit the ballpark. Whether you're enjoying one of their delicious USDA choice steaks or one of many Aussie-tizers, Outback takes great pride in serving the freshest, highest quality foods possible. They're now open on Saturday and Sunday for lunch beginning at 11 a.m. You can also join them every Wednesday as well for No Worries Wednesday with a complete meal for 2 starting at just $25. At Outback, it's all about the quality and all about the food. Bryant Nelson will lead things off for the Ducks here in the top of the fourth. They lead it by a run. And Jay Bente on the mound for his fourth inning of work will face 5, 6, and 7 in the Ducks order. First pitch to Nelson, fastball way upstairs. And that is ball 1. Nelson grounded back to the mound in the first inning with runners at the corners and 2 men out. The 1-0 here is outside for ball 2. Nelson last night was 0 for 4 at the plate for the Ducks. He struggles here at the start of the season. 2-0. Ground ball, broken bat to first. Darrell Ward has it go off of his arm. Recovers, throws to first. Not in time as Nelson beat it out. And that will very likely be the third error of the game, for Lancaster. Third in the last 2 innings. As Nelson reaches first. Bat broken at 2. And the big part of the bat went out towards first. And I think Ward backed away from it thinking the bat was coming towards him and instead couldn't handle the ball cleanly as it rolled up the back of his arm. It will be an error on Ward, his first of the year. We'll see if the Ducks can take advantage of the error by Darrell Ward. So Nelson is on base, and up will step the catcher, Ralph Henriquez. 3 errors in the ball game for the Barnstormers. First pitch here to Henriquez, and he takes a strike. 84-mile-an-hour pitch there from Bente, according to the radar gun on the scoreboard in right field. Count is 0-1 on Henriquez, who bounced to second his first time up. Took an 0 for 4 last night, did Henriquez. He was in the cleanup spot in last night's game. And Bente's 0-1 on the way. That missed the outside corner for ball 1. Henriquez, Bailey, and Navarrete. Check that, Navarrete, Henriquez, and Nelson, the 3-4-5 hitters last night, a combined 0 for 12 at the plate. Everybody else, with the exception of Gabe Suarez, had at least 1 hit in last night's ball game. 1-1 on the way, and now time is called as Bente was taking a while on the mound. One and 1 the count. Nelson leads, and the pitch to Henriquez, a big swing and a miss. Good curveball that time from the right-hander. And Henriquez was out in front of that pitch. The count, 1-2. Nelson takes his lead at first, being held on there by Darrell Ward. No out here in the fourth. And the 1-2 on the way. Henriquez checks his swing, and he takes up and outside for ball 2. Nice job by Henriquez to take there. 57 pitches thus far for Jay Bente. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the switch hitting catcher Ralph Henriquez, who bats from the left side. And the 2-2. Henriquez takes low. Nice job to hold off there by the Ducks catcher. The count is now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes with Joe Ashbrodeen, switch hitting first baseman, waiting on deck for Long Island. 3-2 the count. Runner goes. The pitch on the way, up and inside for ball 4. Great at bat for Ralph Henriquez. He draws the walk, and on an error and a walk, the Ducks have runners at first and second with nobody out here in the 4th inning. And that is the second Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose of tonight's ball game. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quackerjack Foundation wins.
Fancy Elizabeth Pound School Spirit Night, presented by the merchandiser, the Penny Saver, and the other cousins.
So now a conference on the mound as Butch Hobson is going to come out of the dugout here to talk things over with Bente. the entire infield in for the discussion as well. Ducks have the 1-0 lead on 2 hits. Ducks have made 1 error. Barnstormers no runs on 1 hit. They have made 3 errors in the ball game. And so Butch Hobson, the manager of the Barnstormers, in his 3rd season with Lancaster, wants to make sure that Bente and the infield all on the same page here. He wants to keep Long Island off the scoreboard as Lancaster goes to try and keep their perfect record on the line here this season and earn a sweep of the series. Ducks with a chance here to open up their 1-0 lead. We'll see if Brodeen lays down a bunt with Nelson at second and Henriquez at first. First pitch on the way. Brodeen does not square. He takes a called strike. And the count 0-1. Brodeen grounded out to first his first time to the plate. Switch hitting first baseman hitting from the left side against the right-hander Jay Bente. And it'll be an 0-1 upcoming from the right-hander. Runners take their leads. And Bente's pitch upcoming. Brodeen will swing away. He pops this one up foul to the third base side and out of play. And quickly behind is Brodeen at 0-2 on the Barnstormer right-hander. Kevin Mize letting Brodeen swing away here. Ryan Canary waiting on deck for the Ducks, who lead it 1-0. A left-hander, Brian Tallett, starting to warm for Lancaster. And the 0-2 on the way to Brodeen. Missed low and inside. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Tallett, a former Major League left-hander, was a starter with the Toronto Blue Jays, and now trying is Jay Bente to stay in this ball game here in the 4th. The 1-2 to Brodeen. Hit high in the air, deep to right field. Harvey turns and watches it go. You can forget it. Joash Brodeen with his 2nd home run of the series and 2nd of the year. It's a 3-run shot over the picnic tables in right center field, and the Ducks have blown it open. They lead it 4-0 here in the 4th inning. And that was the big hit the Ducks are looking for. Brodeen absolutely uncorks a 3-run bomb over the wall in right field for his 2nd home run of this season, 2nd in as many ball games. And for the Ducks, their 5th home run of this series, and they have taken a 4-0 lead here in the 4th. Here's Ryan Canary, and the first pitch from Bente is downstairs for ball 1. So for the Ducks, they go deep yet again, and that's their 6th home run of the season. They have met the Chappies home run. They will have met the Chappies home run challenge if they hit 100 home runs this season. 1-0 to Canary is low for ball 2. If they hit 100 home runs, they meet the Chappies home run challenge, and Chappies Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. So the first run unearned there on the home run. The other 2 are earned. The 2-0 here. Canary grounds one right side in the hole. That's going to get through for a base hit. So the first 4 Ducks batters to the plate here in this 4th inning have reached on an error, a walk, a 3-run homer, and a single. And Jay Bente really struggling here for Lancaster in this 4th inning. Ducks now with 4 runs on 4 hits. And they lead it 4-0. So up will step Dan Lyons. And the first pitch on the way from Bente to Lyons is over the outside corner for a called strike. And the count 0-1. So for Canary, he picks up his 3rd hit of the year. By the way, for Brodeen on that home run, picks up his 2nd, 3rd, and 4th runs batted in of the season. And an 0-1 pitch upcoming from Bente to Lyons. And this one down in the dirt. Scoots away from Paramore, and Canary's going to make it down to second base without a throw. That pitch down low from Bente. Paramore couldn't handle it. Might be the 2nd wild pitch of tonight's ball game. And that allows Canary to make his way down to second base. So now the Ducks with another runner in scoring position. Still nobody out here in this 4th inning. And the Ducks now ahead by 4 runs. Be a 1-1 pitch on the way from the right-hander. Lyons will square to bunt now, and he takes a fastball way up high. And a great job by Paramore to climb the ladder and prevent that one from going back to the backstop. Bente really has lost some of his control here in this inning and losing a little composure. And with Danny Perales waiting on deck, this could very well be the last batter that Bente sees. Line squares the bunt. Beautiful bunt up the first base line. Bente off the mound will field throw to first just in time to get Lyons out. A terrific bunt by Lyons, who will forever be famous in Ducks history for that perfect bunt single he laid down the third base line to win the Atlantic League Championship last year in the deciding Game 5. So for Lyons, a sacrifice bunt. And for the Ducks, their first sacrifice bunt of the year. The putout goes 1-3. And moving on to third is Ryan Canary with only one out. Well, Butch Hobson's going to come out of the dugout. He's going to call on Brian Tallett. Our first pitching change of the night. We'll take a break and come right back. Ducks leading the Barnstormers 4-0 here in the fourth.
Hi, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
North Shore LIJ, Southside Hospital in Bayshore, is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at www.nslij.com.
Hi, I'm former Major Leaguer John Franco. Growing up in Brooklyn, I dreamed of playing professional baseball. My dad, a city employee, worked hard so I could live out that dream. The team at MCU is a lot like my dad. They're New Yorkers you can count on, and they'll work hard to help you reach your financial goals.
Municipal Credit Union has a full range of financial services that make sense in today's economy. Join today. Call 1-866-JOIN-MCU or visit nymcu.org.
MCU, strong, trusted, growing.
Joe Ashbrodine with his second home run of the series, a 3-run shot deep into the night in right as put Long Island in front 4-0 in the fourth. And after a single by Ryan Canary and a sac bunt by Dan Lyons, which followed a wild pitch from the right-hander Jay Bente, Bente is out of the ballgame, and in is left-handed pitcher Bryant Tallett. And Tallett will get his first action of the series. With the Ducks on top 4-0 as the lefty Danny Perales will come to the plate with a runner at third and only one out here in this fourth inning. So the Ducks taking advantage of an error and a wild pitch to score a run last inning, and they've taken advantage of an error, a walk, and the 3-run home run in this inning. Have put 4 runs combined on the board, and here is Perales, the sixth man to come to the plate in this inning. Infield drawn in all the way around to cut off the run at the plate. And the first pitch to Danny Perales. Misses low for a ball. Gets away from Paramore. Here comes the runner to the plate, and sliding in safely is Ryan Canary. Second run to score in this ball game on a wild pitch, and it's now 5-0 Ducks here in the fourth inning. Boy, P.D. Paramore having a rough go of it behind the plate. 3 wild pitches now thrown by Lancaster pitchers. And the Ducks have scored on 2 of those wild pitches. So it is now 5-0 Ducks here in the fourth. And Perales with a count of 1-0. Base is now empty. And this one taken up high for a ball. And it's now 2-0 from the lefty Tallett to the lefty Perales. Perales 1 for 2 tonight, a double and a strikeout in his 2 at-bats. 2-0. Up high again from Tallett. And Perales quickly ahead, 3 balls and no strikes. So a couple wild pitches, the error, the walk in the inning, but the big blow was that 3-run home run again by Joe Ashbrodine. Ducks now ahead by a count of 5-0 here in the fourth. And the 3-0 from Tallett, low for ball 4. So Butch Hobson calls on the lefty reliever to face the lefty Perales, and a 4-pitch walk has put a runner at first base here with 1 out. Now the Ducks really threatening to blow this game wide open, as now Ray Navarrete will come up to the plate. So Ryan Canary scoring from third on the wild pitch. And the first pitch to Ray Navarrete misses low and inside.
And the count 1-0. Navarrete has been on base once tonight. A ground out to third in the first. Reached on the error by Cody Kirkland in the third, and eventually came around to score on a wild pitch by Jay Bente. And here Navarrete takes a fastball strike on the outside corner. The first strike thrown by Talbot, and a sarcastic cheer from the crowd. And the count 1-1 strike. Talbot, a former major leaguer. Long time with the Toronto Blue Jays, as this pitch here is grounded foul up the third baseline, and the count goes to 1-2. Brian Talbot pitched with the Blue Jays in 2006, 07, 08, 09, 2010, and 2011. Also spent time with the Cardinals in 2011, and with the Cleveland Indians in 2005 and 2002 and 3. 242 Major League games, 36 starts for the lefty Talbot. And here Navarrete takes outside for another ball. And the count even up at 2-2. Career record of 16-25 for Talbot with a 4.79 earned run average in the big leagues. And it will be a 2-ball, 2-strike pitch coming here to Navarrete with the runner Perales leading off at first. Kick on the pitch. Navarrete will swing and hit a high fly ball in the air to left field. Playable for Mather as he moves over towards left center, makes the catch. So Perales will stay put at first, and that is the second out here in the fourth inning. So now Adam Bailey will come up to bat for the third time tonight. He's the 8th man hit in this inning. So with 2 down, here is Bailey, who has walked and singled in his 2 trips to the plate this evening. He hits from the left side against the left-hander Brian Talbot. Perales leads at first. Now the first pitch to Bailey is the fastball down low for ball 1. So 4 runs in the inning on 2 hits, an error, and a wild pitch, pair of wild pitches in this inning. There goes Perales from first. Bailey takes up high for a ball. The throw down to second, not in time. A stolen base for Danny Perales. And for Perales, it is his first of the season. Second stolen base of the year for a Long Island Duck. They now have 2 stolen bases and have been caught stealing twice. So a 2-0 count on Bailey, and with Perales at second, a single could make this a 6-run lead for Long Island. Bailey waving the bat at home plate. Talbot, the tall left-hander, looks in for the sign. Talbot stands in at 6'7". And the 2-0 pitch. Bailey will swing away and pop this one up. Foul territory behind the plate. Paramore tosses away the mask. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side in the fourth. But not before the Ducks send 8 men to the plate, and they get 4 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, a pair of wild pitches, and they leave 1. And through 3.5 now here at Clipper Magazine Stadium, the Ducks with a 5-0 lead over the Lancaster Barnstormers here on this Thursday night.
Hi, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northeast Facility Supplies is the official janitorial supplier of the Long Island Ducks, serving all of Long Island, both North and South Fork locations to better serve you. We're located in Ronkonkoma and have a complete range of janitorial supplies for all your facilities' needs. Whether it's paper, plastics, chemicals, machinery, or equipment, no business is ever too big or too small for us. Don't forget to ask about our price match guarantee. Visit us on the web at www.nefaci.com or give us a call at 631-563-8119.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the Hebrew National Picnic Area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as a color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, display your group's artwork, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-DUCK and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. It's game time.
Bottom half of inning number 4, the Ducks have scored 4 runs in the top of the 4th inning. They now lead it 5-0 in support of left-handed pitcher Matt Way. Now we'll see if the Ducks offense can keep going throughout the course of this game. We'll see if Way can continue his strong pitching. He's allowed just 1 hit and 2 base runners total through the first 3 innings. And it'll be 3, 4, and 5 in the order for Lancaster here in the 4th. Blake Galen to lead off. First pitch on the way is low from Matt Way, and it's 1-0. Galen grounded back to the mound his first time up. Also take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here in this inning. 1-0. Galen takes a strike. Good pitch there from Way, and it's 1-1. Southern Maryland Blue Crabs at home to host the York Revolution. They lead it 2-0. Top of the 5th inning. Marshall, the starter for the Blue Crabs. Tomko, the starter for the Revolution. This one is grounded towards short. Couple hops for Dan Lyons. Throws over to Brodeen at first in time for the out. And there's one away. So Galen retired. He's now 0 for 2. That'll bring up Travis Danker. 2 runs so far driven in by Ryan Mulhern for the Blue Crabs. And again, they lead it 2-0 top of the 5th. Somerset Patriots also ahead. They lead it 2-0 top of the 4th inning against the Sugarland Skeeters. Barnstormers and Skeeters, the only unbeaten teams in the Atlantic League thus far this season. They are both at 6-0 to lead the Freedom Division entering tonight. Thompson, the starter for the Patriots. Ellerton, the starter for the Skeeters. And RBIs from Yuneski Sanchez, who's been red hot to start the year, as well as Jake Fox for the Patriots. First pitch from Wade to Travis Danker, and this is a fastball that just missed the outside corner, 1-0. Camden River Sharks, along with the Ducks, are the only winless teams in the Atlantic League thus far this season. Camden down again against the Bridgeport Bluefish as Danker swings and misses at a good off-speed pitch. And count 1-1. Bluefish 4, Camden nothing. Bottom of the 4th inning at Campbell's Field. Butler, the starter for the Bluefish. Weezer starting the game for the River Sharks. Bluefish have picked up RBIs in the game from Louis Lopez and Austin Crum. 1 ball, 1 strike. The count on Danker. Way deals, and Danker pops this one up to the right side. Adam Bailey was playing deep. He races in. Ray Navarrete looked back, and Bailey thought it was Navarrete who was going to make the catch, but Bailey ends up making a basket catch to save Navarrete there, and that is out number 2 in the 4th. Navarrete, throughout his career, he's not even ashamed to admit it. He always has had trouble with pop-ups, and they're going out in a shallow right field. Bailey was playing pretty far back, but his speed makes up for it, and that's the second out in the 4th as Danker now 0 for 2 with a pair of flyouts. Major League scoreboard, Yankees have taken a 4-3 lead over the Toronto Blue Jays after falling behind 3-0 early. They're in the top of the 4th inning. Hiroki Kuroda against Mark Burley, the pitching matchup in that game. First pitch here, misses inside for ball 1 to Harvey. Lots of home runs in this one. Robinson Cano and Vernon Wells have each gone deep for the Yankees. Edwin Encarnacion and Brett Laurie have both gone deep for the Blue Jays. 1-0, fouled behind the plate. And that'll even up the count at 1-1 on Harvey, who grounded to first his first time up. Mets lost at home today to the LA Dodgers 3-2. Dodgers scored 2 in the 9th to get the win. Jansen the win improved to 1-0. Former Duck Scott Rice suffered the loss. He fell to 1-1. And Brandon Lee earned his 6th save of the year. Ike Davis his 4th home run for the New York Mets. 1-1 to Harvey. Swings and misses. Had a good changeup on the outside corner. It's 1-2. Rangers trying to clinch a playoff spot tonight. A win for them would do that, and they're ahead of the Carolina Hurricanes 2-1 right now down in Carolina. Goals from Derek Stepan and Derek Brassard. 1-2 from Way to Harvey, and the pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3. Harvey chases a changeup. Second strikeout from Matt Way as the tag is applied. Harvey's trying to say that he fouled the ball off at home plate, and he's now in an argument with home plate umpire Chase Edmondson. Now a walk to the dugout. But for Way, it's his second strikeout. Another 1-2-3 inning in the 4th. And through 4 innings tonight here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, the Long Island Ducks lead it 5-0 over the Lancaster Barnstormers.
Hi, this is Bryant Nelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks Baseball official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
This one is clocked. Deep left field by Dan Lyons. Going back is left fielder Peter Barrows. He's looking up. That ball will not leave its wingman. I feel the need for speed. Talk to me, Goose. Talk to me. No good. Talk to me.
Hey, Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Every time a Ducks hitter goes deep, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all the winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc's specially formulated Paver Shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver Shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc pavers pave your way.
Fans, don't forget to stop by the Waddle & Shop on your next visit to Bethpage Ballpark, where exclusive, hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia is now on sale. Proceeds benefit the Quacker Jack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks. Waddle & Shop will be open during tomorrow night's game when the Ducks open up their 2013 home schedule against the Sugarland Skeeters. Gates open at 6:05, first pitch 7:05. Brian Talent will stay in to pitch the fifth, and Ramon Castro lines the first pitch he sees right to the shortstop, Kevin Howard. Castro right on that baseball, just hit it to the wrong spot, and that's the first out here in the fifth. Castro, the only Duck that did not come to the plate in that fourth inning, in which the Ducks sent 8 men to bat. They scored 4 runs on 2 hits and an error to knock starter Jay Bente out of the game. And for Bente, his final line tonight, 3 1/3 innings. 4 hits, 5 runs, 3 of which were earned, 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. Here's Brian Nelson. First pitch on the way is a fastball that misses for ball 1. Bente also threw 2 wild pitches and gave up 1 home run. 70 pitches total, 38 of which were for strikes. And he is in line for his first loss of the year. The Ducks hang on to this 5-0 lead. 1-0 ripped right to the third baseman, Cody Kirkland. Boy, does that have to be frustrating for the Ducks. 2 rocket line drives off the bats of Castro and Nelson, and both hit right at Lancaster fielders on the left side. So Nelson is retired. He is now 0 for 3, despite reaching on the error and scoring in the fourth. 2 away here in the fifth, and that'll bring up Ralph Enriquez. Enriquez, a switch-hitting catcher, batting from the right side now against Brian Talent. The first pitch on the way is swung on and popped up. On the infield, Talent looking at Paramore. Who's going to catch this one? It's the first baseman, Darrell Ward, who comes down from first to make the catch. Always that tricky pop-up, and a 4-pitch inning for Brian Talent as he retires the Ducks in order 1, 2, 3. We're halfway through tonight. We played 4.5, and the Long Island Ducks leading the Lancaster Barnstormers 5-0.
Hi, this is pitcher Matt Way, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Mr. Savemore, it's happening again. I know our electric costs went down after all that new lighting you did through LIPA's lighting retrofit program, but this month's bill is even lower. Should I contact LIPA this time?
No, Millie. There's still nothing wrong with our LIPA bill. This time I took advantage of LIPA's AC retrofit program. Our central air system was, let's say, not too efficient anymore. You remember last summer. With LIPA's AC retrofit program, I replaced all our units, here in our offices, in our warehouse, and our showroom. With LIPA's increased rebates and lower cooling costs every summer, our new AC systems will pay for themselves in just a few years.
Oh, Mr. Savemore, you did it again! You save more!
LIPA's commercial AC retrofit program can reduce your cooling costs by up to 30%. Over time, that can mean thousands. Call 1-800-692-2626 or visit lipower.org/retrofit. LIPA, we're working for you.
Hi, this is pitcher Pete Bukovitz, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Bottom of the fifth inning here in Lancaster tonight, where the Long Island Ducks lead it 5-0 over the Lancaster Barnstormers as we move to the bottom of the fifth inning. Lefty Matt Way about to begin his fifth inning of work after a quick 1-2-3 fourth inning. First pitch up coming from Way. Kicks and fires, and Darrell Ward will ground it to the right side for Ray Navarrete. Couple big hops and a throw over to first is in time for the out. One pitch, one out, just like it was to the Ducks in the top half of the inning. Barnstormers do the same. Lancaster line to short on the first pitch he saw. Now Ward grounds to second, the first pitch he sees here in the fifth. We've had two very quick games so far in this series. The 8-2 win by Lancaster on Tuesday night, 2 hours and 34 minutes. And the 6-5 win last night, 2 hours and 22 minutes. In fact, just one game that the Ducks have played this year has gone over 3 hours. And that was the 11-inning game on Saturday night that went 4 hours and 8 minutes. That's understandable. But so far, the Atlantic League experimenting with the new strike zone and some other procedures to try and speed up the course of games. It's a called strike. 0-1 at Joe Mather, and for the Ducks at least, it's worked, as 5 of their 6 games have all been under 3 hours. And the only one that didn't, again, went 11 innings. 0-1 pitch. Swinging a high fly ball in the air to right center field. Pretty well hit. The center fielder Perales racing back. He reaches up on the run. Did he make the catch? I don't think he did, as Mather is in at second. Didn't see the ball drop, but Matt Way pointing to the umpire and looking out there saying, hey, didn't he catch the ball? Matt Way is wondering. He thought Perales caught it. And the first base umpire here, Aaron Freeman, is saying that he didn't catch it either. So is Kevin Baez, the manager, who was coming out of the dugout. They're looking out there to see, and Freeman gives Baez the explanation here, and Perales is not arguing that he caught it. It was very hard for me to tell. It's very dark out in the outfield now, all the way by the warning track. A tough play there for Perales, and they say that it definitely dropped. So Mather picks up the double. Just the second hit of the night for the Barnstormers, and they have a runner at second with one away for P.D. Paramore. Good effort by Perales, and he almost tracked that ball down. A good hard hit ball by Joe Mather. First pitch to Paramore is popped up. Shallow right field, Navarrete and Brodin going out. Navarrete is making the call, and it's the Ducks second baseman Ray Navarrete who makes the catch. Fighting the high pop-up with that dark blue sky up above. So Paramore swings first pitch, pops out. He's now 0 for 2. And now the number 9 hitter, second baseman Tsuyoshi Takashima, will come to the plate. First pitch misses up and inside for a ball. The count 1-0 on Takashima. We've got one score on the out-of-town score where the New York Islanders playing tonight. They're in Philadelphia to take on the Flyers. That game is in the second period right now, as Takashima takes a called strike. The count 1-1. Islanders and Flyers are tied up at 1 apiece. Rangers and Carolina now tied at 2 apiece. So the 2-0 lead has evaporated quickly for New York in the second period. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. Way deals, and Takashima lines one into right field, but it is right at Adam Bailey, who will make the catch, and Matt Way works around the 1-out double to keep the Barnstormers off the scoreboard in the fifth. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left on base for Lancaster in the fifth. 5 innings complete tonight here at Clipper Magazine Stadium, and the Ducks leading it 5-0 over the Barnstormers.
Hi, this is Adam Bailey, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hi, I'm former Major Leaguer John Franco. Growing up in Brooklyn, I dreamed of playing professional baseball. My dad, a city employee, worked hard so I can live out that dream. The team at MCU is a lot like my dad. They're New Yorkers you can count on, and they'll work hard to help you reach your financial goals.
Municipal Credit Union has a full range of financial services that make sense in today's economy. Join today. Call 1-866-JOIN-MCU or visit nymcu.org.
MCU, strong, trusted, growing.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Holiday Inn Islip MacArthur Airport in Ronkonkoma. Uncover the perfect balance of memorable, award-winning service and the most central location Long Island has to offer. The Holiday Inn is located less than a quarter mile from the Islip MacArthur Airport with a state-of-the-art health and fitness center, high-speed internet access, a world-class outdoor pool, and the great food and fun inside the Brickyard Bar and Grill. There's never been a better time to visit the Holiday Inn Islip Airport. Best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Holiday Inn, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 585-9500 today. That's 631-585-9500.
Fans follow all season long as the Long Island Ducks try to meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 home runs this season, Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. Well, the Ducks have a 5-0 lead as we move to the 6th, and Brian Tallett will stay on for his second full inning of work. He's thrown 1 2/3 scoreless to this point, allowing just a walk to Danny Perales. And it'll be Brodeen, Canary, and Lyons, 7, 8, and 9 in the Ducks order. First pitch on the way, and Brodeen will take a called strike, 0-1. Joash Brodeen with the big hit so far in this ball game, the 3-run home run that he hit out to right field in that 4th inning after Nelson reached on an error and Henriquez on a walk. And the 0-1 from Tallett. Brodeen will swing and hit a ground ball foul down the third baseline. Brodeen, I believe, broke his bat there, and he's going to have to go get a new piece of lumber down by the Ducks dugout. So Brodeen tosses the bat to the dugout, and we'll get a new bat from Dan Lyons. Or check that Ryan Canary, who is waiting on deck for the Ducks. So Brodeen 1 for 2 in the game. He grounded to first his first time up. Both of his at-bats so far have come from the left side of the plate tonight. Both of his home runs this season now have come from the right side. Count of 0-2. Tallett is ready to go. Kicks and fires, and Brodeen will swing and bounce one slowly to the third base side. Tallett off the mound will field. Throw to first low. And a great play by Tallett to throw out Brodeen at first. Ward was able to catch it dirt high. So put out goes 1-3, and that's the first out here in the 6th inning. So with 1 away, Ryan Canary will come up to bat for the Ducks. Canary singled to right and scored back in the 4th inning. Moving to second on a wild pitch, went to third on a sac bunt, and then scored on another wild pitch. Tallett's first pitch to Canary in a lefty-lefty matchup is dealt for a called strike. It's 0-1. Barnstormers mascot Silo posing for some pictures with fans behind home plate. 0-1 on the way to Canary. Here's the pitch, and Canary will take a fastball that misses just low. That ends up the count at 1-1 strike. Ducks again will return home tomorrow to face the Sugarland Skeeters, first game of a 3-game series. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Tallett deals, and Canary swings and chops it foul off his foot at home plate. He's fine. And the count 1-2. Dontrell Willis gets the start tomorrow night for Long Island. He makes his Ducks debut as the starter, and he will face another left-hander. It'll be Bobby Livingston, who will go for Sugarland in game 1 of the 3-game series at Bethpage Ballpark. 1-2 on the way to Canary, and the pitch is low, skipped in the dirt by the left-hander, blocked by Paramore. Game 2 of the series will be Saturday night at 7:05. Ducks will send out righty Nick DeBar, who was coming off a terrific start on Sunday in Sugarland. He threw 6 perfect innings, retiring all 18 batters he faced, and struck out 9 of them. 2-2. And Canary pops it foul over the screen behind home plate. And DeBar will face the right-hander that he faced on Sunday. Sean Gallagher will make the start for Sugarland. And then on the Sunday finale, 12:35 gates open, 1:35 start time. Lefty Bill Murphy makes his third start of the season, and he'll face righty Michael Nix. 2-2 pitch, and Canary swings and pops this one up left side of the infield. The shortstop Kevin Howard makes the call and makes the catch. So Canary is retired for the second time tonight, now 1 for 3. And that'll bring up the Ducks' ninth hitter in the order, shortstop Dan Lyons. So after the leadoff walk by Talbot, facing Danny Perales in the fourth, he has now retired 7 straight Ducks hitters. And the shortstop Dan Lyons comes to bat here in the 6th inning. 2 down and the base is empty. First pitch on the way from Talbot. And Lyons swings and lines one in the air to right center field. On the run is the right fielder Harvey, and he makes a terrific sliding catch. Lyons with a hard line drive into right center, and Ryan Harvey with a terrific grab for the final out of the 6th inning. So the Ducks retired 1, 2, 3 for the second straight inning. And we take this game to the bottom of the 6th here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. It's the Long Island Ducks 5 and the Lancaster Barnstormers nothing.
Hi, this is pitcher Bill Murphy. You're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
Want to know what happy tastes like? Well, treat your taste buds to Carvel's new Iceberg and Carvelate beverages. A Carvel Iceberg starts with your favorite soda, like Coke, Fanta Orange, and Barks Root Beer. Blend in ice and vanilla flavoring. It's then topped off with Carvel's famous soft serve ice cream. And try a new Carvelate, a dynamite mixture of coffee and hazelnut or Irish cream flavor, blended with ice and topped off with whipped cream and crunchies. New Carvelates and Iceberg drinks. That's what happy tastes like. Only at Carvel. Visit Carvel.com for the location nearest you.
Now that Metrex is the official nutrition bar of the Long Island Ducks, they're fueling their powerful lineup with delicious high-quality protein to support lean muscle and strength. So that in 2013, the Long Island Ducks can have their best season ever. Uh-oh. Metrex, shaping every body.
Bottom half of the 6th inning, Matt Way will stay in for the Ducks for his 6th inning of work. And the Long Island Ducks have a 5-0 lead in support of Way, who has thrown just 56 pitches thus far tonight, 38 of which are for strikes. The Ducks getting exactly what they wanted from lefty Matt Way after Bill Murphy had a rough go of it on the mound here on Tuesday night. And John Brownell, who had pitched 4 strong innings yesterday, was just the victim of the bad error in the second. Unraveled in the 5th inning when he gave up 2 walks and 2 homers. That turned a 4-2 Ducks lead into a 6-4 Barnstormers lead. But here tonight, Way has been solid through 5, and he goes to face Kevin Howard, the leadoff man, here in the 6th. And Howard takes a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. 5 runs, 4 hits, and an error for the Ducks. No runs, 2 hits, 3 errors for the Barnstormers. And the 0-1 to Howard. Breaking ball missed outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Looks like left-hander Ross Keeples is now warming for Lancaster down the right field line, the longtime Barnstormer. 1-1, popped up, foul behind the plate. Henriquez chasing towards the stands, tosses away the mask, but this will land 3 rows back. And the count will go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Howard fly to center in the 1st inning, then reached on an error by Ryan Canary, who misjudged a fly ball in the 3rd. A 1-2 pitch on the way from the Ducks left-hander. Gets the sign from Henriquez, kicks and fires, and Howard will take low, blocked at home plate by Henriquez. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cody Kirkland will be next. He's 0 for 2, and Blake Galen to follow him. He is also 0 for 2 at the plate. The 2-2 from Way. The pitch is swung and lifted in the air to left field again for Canary. This time he has it played perfectly, and he will make the catch for the first out here in the bottom of the 6th. That'll bring up Cody Kirkland. Kirkland was with this Barnstormers team a year ago And in the championship series against the Ducks, he really struggled at the plate, just 2 for 12 in the 5 games. He played in 4 of them, and he went 2 for 12 at the plate. Did have a homer, a run batted in, and a run scored. And struck out 5 times at the plate. First pitch on the way from Way to Kirkland, and it's low for ball 1. Tonight, Kirkland is 0 for 2. He's fly to center and struck out swinging. Fly out in the first, a strikeout in the third. 1-0. And Kirkland takes inside. That is ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. 1 out and the base is empty here in the bottom of the 6th. Ducks lead by 5. Kirkland asked for time as Way was going through the signs. Two-0 pitch. Kirkland way out in front of that changeup. Two balls and a strike. Two and 1. That is a little low and inside. And the count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike on Kirkland. Blake Galen waiting on deck, and Way would, of course, love to face Galen with the bases empty. It's 3-1 on the way to Kirkland. Swung on and missed. A half swing, but he clearly went around. That off-speed pitch working very nicely tonight for the Ducks left-hander. We'll see if he goes to it again here at 3 balls and 2 strikes on Cody Kirkland. Righty hitter steps back into the batter's box. Long look in here from Matt Way, but now he's ready to go. And his 3-2 to Kirkland is fisted foul. First base side and out of play. Decent crowd on hand here tonight. There are a lot of empty seats throughout, but definitely the largest crowd of the 3 games here between the Ducks and Barnstormers. Another payoff pitch coming from Matt Way to Cody Kirkland. Here's the pitch. Kirkland swings and pops this one up to the left side. The shortstop Dan Lyons making the call and making the catch behind the third baseman Bryant Nelson. And that is the second out in the 6th inning. Way has only struck out 2 here tonight. But again, only 3 Barnstormers have reached base to this point. A single to left in the 2nd inning by Darrell Ward. The double to center by Joe Mather in the 8th. And the error on Ryan Canary that allowed Howard to reach in the 3rd. First pitch here to Galen. Way deals, and Galen pops it foul over the screen behind home plate, just off to the third base side. And the count is 0-1 on Galen, who has grounded back to the mound and grounded to short in his 2 at-bats this evening. Galen now just 5 for 19 to start the season, though he does have 2 homers and 6 runs batted in. The 0-1 from Way. That is in there for a strike. Nicely thrown ball there from Way, and it's 0-2 on Blake Galen. Looks like Ross Peoples again will come into pitch in the 7th. And Way's 0-2 is down in the dirt. Blocked that home plate by Henriquez. The count now a ball and 2 strikes. Cool night here in Lancaster. Temperatures down into the 50s, but clear skies overhead. The lights on all around the ballpark. And the 1-2, Galen lines this one in the left field. It's going to drop in front of Canary for a base hit. 3rd hit of the night for Lancaster as Galen on a 1-2 pitch lines one in the left. So with 1 on and 2 out, that'll bring up Travis Denker, the designated hitter and cleanup man for the Barnstormers. Brodeen holds on the runner at first. That's Blake Galen. He has tremendous speed, has already stolen 5 bases on the young season. Galen takes his lead, and Denker steps in. Denker is 0 for 2 tonight with a pair of flyouts. And the first pitch from Matt Way to Travis Denker is a fastball strike over the inside corner. It's 0-1. 5-0, the Ducks lead it as we play here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Final game of this 7-game road trip for the Ducks. And the 0-1. Inside corner again, a called strike. Denker looks back Chase Edmondson and thought that was a little too far inside. And away quickly ahead again, no balls and 2 strikes. And we'll see if he goes to that changeup for strike 3. Galen a lead to the edge of the cutout. Way ready on the mound, kicks and fires to the plate, and Denker takes a called strike 3 again over the inside corner. Another fastball, and Denker strikes out to end the 6th inning. 3rd strikeout for Matt Way, no runs, a hit, and 1 man left through 6 innings tonight at Clipper Magazine Stadium. The Ducks still in front by a count of 5-0 over the Barnstormers.
Hi, this is center fielder Ryan Canary, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey Ducks fans, your recreation destination this year is The Rinks at Hidden Pond Park. The Rinks features 2 full-size ice rinks, a 97-acre summer day camp, a New York State licensed preschool academy, and a wide variety of birthday party options. Learn to skate, join one of many hockey leagues, swim in an Olympic-sized pool, and enjoy all the fun that The Rinks has to offer. Visit us today at 660 Terry Road in Hauppauge, or check us out online at therinks.com. The Rinks, your recreation destination.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
To the 7th inning we go here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Long Island Ducks with a 5-0 lead over the Lancaster Barnstormers. And Lancaster calls on their second reliever of the night. It's left-handed pitcher Ross Peoples, and he will face the top of the Ducks order here in the 7th. Hey Ducks fans, you want frequent updates on team transactions, scores, store specials, and the status of upcoming games? Well, then you should follow the Long Island Ducks on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucks. With Twitter, the faithful flock will also be able to follow their Ducks and find out more information regarding nightly promotions, player signings, league activities, and so much more. The Ducks are tweeting right now, and you can follow along at twitter.com/LIDucks. So Danny Perales will lead things off. He'll be followed by Ray Navarrete and Joash Brodeen. Perales steps in, batting from the left side. And Ross Peoples' first pitch on the way is swung on and grounded foul up the first baseline, and the count is 0-1. Well, Ross Peoples certainly loved here in Lancaster. He has been with the team every year since their inaugural season of 2005. And the 0-1 is a swing, a half swing on a pitch diving down in the zone by Perales. He went around, and the count quickly 0-2. Peoples holds the Barnstormers' career record in appearances, innings, and strikeouts, and is second in wins with 24, trailing Eric Ackerman by just 1, as this pitch misses downstairs for ball 1. So far this season, Peoples has pitched in 1 game. He threw a scoreless inning, gave up a hit, but nothing further. And the 1-2, swing and a miss. He gets Perales to chase for strike 3. First strikeout for Peoples, and there's 1 away here in the 7th inning. 4th strikeout for Barnstormer pitching. Brian Tallett, a nice job in relief tonight after the rest start by Jay Bente. 2 2/3 innings for Perales, scoreless. No hits, 1 walk, and no strikeouts. And he retired the last 8 batters he faced in a row. First pitch here to Navarrete, and that is in there for a called strike. The count 0-1. Navarrete tonight is 0 for 3, but has been on base once. Reached on an error in the 3rd by the third baseman Cody Kirkland, and came around to score on a wild pitch. 0-1 on the ground, left side and through, a base hit. And that's got to feel good for Ray Navarrete as he finally gets another hit. His 4th of the year. A single through the left side, and he is now 1 for 4. And the Ducks with a runner at first and 1 man out here in the 7th inning. That'll bring Adam Bailey up to the plate. Bailey hits from the left side. And the first pitch on the way to Bailey is a fastball in there for a strike at the belt. It's 0-1. Bailey has walked, singled, and pumped out foul to the catcher. Navarrete leads at first, and the 0-1 from Ross Peoples. They swung it and grounded here to short. Could be 2. Howard to Takashima for 1. The turn to first in time. That's a 6-4-3 double play, and the side retired here in the 7th. The Ducks, no runs a hit, and they leave the bases empty because of the double play. It's time to stretch here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. And the Long Island Ducks lead it 5-0. We're going to keep it right here, though, for God Bless America here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. So there's God Bless America here tonight at Clipper Magazine Stadium. The Long Island Ducks ahead 5-0 of the Lancaster Barnstormers. We go to the bottom of the 7th after this.
Hey, this is pitcher Eric Neeson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Mr. Savemore, I just opened our electric bill. There must be some mistake.
Yes, Millie, what would that be?
It's so much lower. It must be wrong. Should I contact LIPA?
No, Millie. There's nothing wrong with our bill. It's all the new lighting we've installed. Our lighting contractor told me about LIPA's new commercial lighting retrofit program. We were able to upgrade all our lighting here in our offices, in our warehouse, and our showroom. With LIPA's new higher rebates, our new lighting will pay for itself in less than a year, including our contractor costs. Not to mention how this will help improve our sales. And as you see, it's costing us a lot less for electricity.
Oh, Mr. Savemore, you really do know how to save more.
LIPA's commercial lighting retrofit program can reduce your lighting electric costs by up to 40%. Over time, that can mean thousands. Call 1-800-692-2626 or visit lipower.org/retrofit. LIPA, we're working for you.
We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Ducks left-handed pitcher Matt Way still in the ball game, and the Ducks in front 5-0 in this final game of this 3-game series. Final game of the road trip for the Ducks, too. Opening weekend starts tomorrow night at Bethpage Ballpark for the Ducks as they play the first of 3 against the Sugar Land Skeeters. Friday night, 7:05 p.m. Gates open at 6:05. First 1,500 fans will take home a replica championship ring, courtesy of P.C. Richard & Son. And, of course, before the game, the championship ring and banner-raising ceremony to celebrate last year's Atlantic League title, which the Ducks won. First pitch is in for a strike to Ryan Harvey, 0-1. Saturday night, gates open at 6:05 again for a first pitch of 7:05, and following the game, all fans in attendance treated to a Grucci fireworks extravaganza. Harvey hits the 0-1 in the air to shallow right. Brodeen, the first baseman, going out along with the second baseman, Navarrete, and it's Brodeen and Navarrete having the ball drop in between them, and everybody is safe. Not a good start to this bottom of the 7th. Both Brodeen, Navarrete, and Bailey converging late. And neither Navarrete or Brodeen seemed to make the definitive call for the ball, and it dropped in. Now it's going to be a base hit. And a runner at first with nobody out here in the 7th inning. Here's Darrell Ward. The first pitch to Ward is a fastball strike, and the count 0-1. So for Harvey, he's now 1 for 3 in the ball game, as he gets a little flare single to fall in a right on the pop-up. The 0-1 to Ward. That's on the outside corner for a called strike, and it's quickly 0-2. So Grucci Fireworks Extravaganza on Saturday night, presented by Bethpage Federal Credit Union. And then our first Sunday Family Fun Day of the year on Sunday afternoon, a 1:35 start time with the gates opening at 12:35. 0-2, and Ward a check swing foul ball to the third base side. Championship autograph books will go out to the first 1,500 fans courtesy of Newsday. And then prior to the game, fans invited onto the field for an autograph session with the entire Ducks team. After the game, kids and Kids at Heart will get to run the bases, presented by Bethpage Federal Credit Union. 0-2 to Ward, swinging and a miss for strike 3. Got him with the fastball inside, strikeout number 4 for Way. And that's the first out here in the 7th. Tickets still available for all 3 games on opening weekend. You can get them at the Bethpage Ballpark box office by going online to liducks.com or over the phone 631-940-TIXX. First pitch is a strike over the outside corner to Joe Mather. Count 0-1. Mather tonight is 1 for 2 at the plate with a double on a pop-up. And here Mather pops it foul down the right field line. Long run for Bailey heading into the corner. This one will be up onto the concourse and out of play. And the count is quickly 0-2. So runner at first with 1 out. Matt Way in his 7th inning of work. Barnstormers have 4 hits off of him, but have not been able to draw a walk, and Way has struck out 4. He has had much better control tonight, and the 0-2 just missed the inside corner. Good fastball there from Way. The count 1-2. Kevin Byes would love for Way to get through this 7th inning. He does have, looks like right-hander Jared Lansford warming up down the left field line. The 1-2 pitch, and Mather will swing and miss for strike 3. Cut through a changeup, diving down and away. Back-to-back strikeouts for Matt Way, who now has 5 tonight, and 2 outs here in the 7th inning. And definitely a much stronger outing tonight from the Ducks left-hander, who had a lot of control issues on Saturday in Sugar Land. Ducks gave him an early 4-0 lead, but he was not getting any calls over the inside corner of the plate, despite hitting Ralph Enriquez's glove on a consistent basis in that ball game. Pitch is taken low and outside for a ball. Dan Keeley, the home plate umpire in Sugar Land, not giving away that strike call, and it seemed to frustrate the left-hander on the mound, and he would end up walking 6 batters in his 2+ innings of work. Here a fastball strike to even the count at 1-1. Way would throw 3 wild pitches. He walked 6 batters, very uncharacteristic of the left-hander, though he ended up getting a no decision on the night. Here he's pitched much better, and he's got a 1-1 count on Petey Paramore, who swings and bounces one over the mound. Behind second, Dan Lyons will field. He'll touch second base for the force out, and that will retire the side here in the 7th inning. So Lyons with the unassisted put out at second for the Barnstormers. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a runner left on base. Barnstormers have left 1 each of the last 3 innings. And through 7 full innings tonight here in Lancaster, the Ducks still in front 5-0 over the Barnstormers.
Hi, this is infielder Gabriel Suarez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicolak paving stones and walls. Nicolak's specially formulated paver shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicolak. Visit the Nicolak Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicolak.com.
Let Nicolak Paver, let Nicolak Pavers pave your way.
Northeast Facility Supplies is the official janitorial supplier of the Long Island Ducks, serving all of Long Island, both North and South Fork locations to better serve you. We're located in Ronkonkoma and have a complete range of janitorial supplies for all your facilities' needs. Whether it's paper, plastics, chemicals, machinery, or equipment, no business is ever too big or too small for us. Don't forget to ask about our price match guarantee. Visit us on the web at www.nefaci.com or give us a call at 631-563-8119. Chilly night here in Lancaster, but the Ducks bats were hot early and gave them a 5-0 lead, taking advantage of some miscues by the Barnstormers as well. Joash Brodine's 3-run home run providing the big hit. And Matt Way's stellar pitching has led Long Island once again here tonight. 5-0 as we go to the 8th inning. And on this chilly night, warm up with a hot cup of Hampton Coffee Company. Gourmet coffee available right now at the concession stands all season long at Bethpage Ballpark. Regular and decaf, Hampton Coffee is the preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com or check out their cafes out in the Hamptons. 4, 5, and 6 in the order for the Ducks. Ross Peoples will stay in for his second inning of relief. Gave up a single in the 7th, but got a double play ball by Adam Bailey to get out of further trouble. And Castro swings first pitch and pops this one up to the right side in foul territory. Darrell Ward will make the call and make the catch. The first baseman for the Barnstormers retires Castro, and there's one out in the 8th inning. Second time in a row, Castro has swung at the first pitch and has been retired both times, though to his credit last time, he hit the ball right on the money, a hard line drive, but it went right to the shortstop, Kevin Howard. For the first out of the 5th, Castro tonight is 0 for 4. And with one away here in the 8th inning, bases empty.
Question, true or false? The household hazardous waste facility is free for residents bringing in appropriate material. So is that true or is that false, Courtney? Crowd, what do you think? Is it free? I thought you said true, I think, Courtney, but it's up to you. What do you think? He thinks it's true also. Brad, is it true? It's true! Good job! You're a winner. Congratulations for you from the Lancaster County Solid Waste Management Authority. And as always, let's go Barnstormers.
Hi, this is pitcher Jared Lansford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Hi, I'm former Major Leaguer John Franco. Growing up in Brooklyn, I dreamed of playing professional baseball. My dad, a city employee, worked hard so I can live out that dream. The team at MCU is a lot like my dad. They're New Yorkers you can count on, and they'll work hard to help you reach your financial goals.
Municipal Credit Union has a full range of financial services that make sense in today's economy. Join today. Call 1-866-JOIN-MCU or visit nymcu.org.
MCU, strong, trusted, growing.
That make sense in today's
Back here at Clipper Magazine Stadium, we head to the 8th inning, bottom of the 8th inning. Apologize for the technical difficulties. Ralph Henriquez, the final out in that 8th inning. A ground ball to the catcher, Petey Paramore. He threw him out at first. So the Ducks go in order in the 8th. New pitcher is Jared Lansford. He takes over for Matt Way. And the first pitch is in there for a called strike. Aaron King is in as the pinch hitter right now. And King will pinch hit here for Takashima, the number 9 hitter and second baseman for Lancaster. Lansford's pitch grounded here to first. Joe Ashbrodine on a couple hops will field and take it to the bag himself. And that is out number 1.
Shortstop, Kevin Howard.
Here in the bottom of the 8th inning with the Ducks ahead by a count of 5-0. So again, the pinch hitter was Aaron King, making his first appearance of the series. Number 5 for Lancaster, a lefty swinging outfielder. And he grounds out on the second pitch of the at-bat. An 0-1 pitch to first. And here the first pitch to Kevin Howard is fouled off behind the plate. And the count, 0-1 on Howard, who tonight is 0 for 3. He did reach on an error, though, back in the 3rd. We'll get you the final totals on Matt Way, who's in line for his first win of the night, of the season, as Howard laces one foul down the right field line. Hard hit ball, but it goes foul. And the count quickly 0-2. And Matt Way, a stellar job here in his second start of the year. Much, much better performance tonight. versus his first go-round in Sugar Land, Texas, when he lasted just 2+ innings. And the 0-2, inside for a ball. It's 1-2. Well, for Matt Wade tonight, he goes 7 innings, giving up just 4 hits and no runs. Gave up just 1 double in the game and 3 singles. And here, Howard bounces it right back to the mound. Lansford will field. He'll throw to first in time for the out. And there's 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th. So 7 innings, 4 hits, and no runs for Matt Way. Did not walk a batter either, which is a significant improvement from his first time out when he walked 6. And I think a lot of that had to do with frustration, but also execution for Way. 5 strikeouts for the left-hander, 88 pitches total, 62 for strikes, just 26 balls from the left-hander, and a really fine start for Matt Way today. And Jared Lansford trying to go a scoreless 8th inning, retiring the side 1-2-3. Here first he's got to deal with Cody Kirkland, who takes a called strike, and the count is 0-1. For Jared Lansford, this is his 3rd appearance of the year. He's thrown 1 1/3 scoreless innings to this point. Another swing and a miss here for a strike by Kirkland. It's 0-2. Lansford in his 1 1/3 scoreless so far. 1 hit, 1 walk, and a strikeout. 2 walks, 1 regular, 1 intentional. Nate Reed, a lefty, warming for the Barnstormers. And the 0-2 to Kirkland, a fastball, swing and a miss for strike 3. 1-2-3, Jared Lansford retires the side here in the 8th. 6 strikeout for Ducks pitching. First for Lansford. We have played 8 full tonight here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. It's been all Ducks so far as they lead it 5-0 over the Barnstormers here in Lancaster.
Hi, this is catcher Ralph Enriquez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Want to know what happy tastes like? Well, treat your taste buds to Carvel's new iceberg and Carvelatte beverages. A Carvel iceberg starts with your favorite soda, like Coke, Fanta Orange, and Barks Root Beer. Blend in ice and vanilla flavoring. It's then topped off with Carvel's famous soft serve ice cream. And try a new Carvelatte, a dynamite mixture of coffee and hazelnut or Irish cream flavor, blended with ice and topped off with whipped cream and crunchies. New Carvelattes and iceberg drinks. That's what happy tastes like. Only at Carvel. Visit Carvel.com for the location nearest you.
Now that Metrex is the official nutrition bar of the Long Island Ducks, they're fueling their powerful lineup with delicious high-quality protein to support lean muscle and strength. So that in 2013, the Long Island Ducks can have their best season ever. Uh-oh. Metrex, shaping every body.
This summer, LIPA can help you save big on a new central air conditioning system with up to $1,000 in rebates and up to $500 in operating cost savings each year. And only a LIPA participating Cool Homes contractor can make sure you get all these savings plus a quality installation for maximum comfort over the life of your system. Ready to save? We're ready to help. Visit lipower.org/coolhomes to make sure that your contractor is a LIPA Cool Homes contractor.
To the 9th inning we go here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. The Long Island Ducks have a 5-0 lead and are 3 defensive outs away from picking up their first win of 2013. And while if they do that, they'd finish the road trip just 1-6. It would certainly be an exclamation point on the end of this road trip, and the Ducks would get some good feelings heading back home on the bus ride tonight from Clipper Magazine Stadium to Bethpage Ballpark, about a 3.5 to 4 hour drive. But the Ducks would be going home with the win. It looks like lefty Eric Neeson is warming for the Ducks down the left field line. It's not a safe situation. Leo Rosales also pitched in last night's game through a scoreless inning. So we'll see what happens here in the 9th. If the Ducks can extend the lead, it'll be Joash Brodeen leading things off against the lefty Reed. And the first pitch to Brodeen is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Well, definitely Brodeen in the discussion for Nicolak player of the game with that huge 3-run home run to right in the 4th inning that gave Long Island a 4-0 lead at that point. Really was that big hit the Ducks have been sorely looking for all season long. But also you have to look at Matt Way with the terrific start he had tonight. 7 shutout innings and in line to pick up his first win of the year. 2-0 And Brodeen takes a strike on the outside corner, count now 2-1. Nate Reed pitching for the second time in this series. He pitched on Tuesday night through a scoreless inning, gave up a hit and 2 walks, but struck out 2 in that 9th inning. 2-1. Swing and a miss as Brodeen chased down and away. Count is now 2-2. Aside from the home run, Brodeen has grounded to first and grounded back to the mound. And the 2-ball, 2-strike pitch on the way. Reed deals and Brodeen swings and crushes one in the air to left field. Pretty well hit. Mather going back to the warning track. He looks up and it's off the wall. Brodeen around first, digging for second, and he will stop in there safely. He just missed his second home run of the night and third of the series, but he will take a leadoff double to left here in the 9th. And Brodeen has been swinging a hot bat of late, 2 for 4 on the evening with a pair of extra base hits. And he's at second with nobody out as the Ducks trying to extend their lead. So that'll bring up Ryan Canary, the lefty swinging left fielder. First pitch, Canary will check his swing. He takes downstairs. They appeal to third, and no swing, says Billy Huffstedler. And so the count is 1-0, excuse me, on Canary, who tonight is 1 for 3, a single to right and a run scored back in the 4th. 1-0 pitch. That's downstairs again. 2 balls and no strikes. Again, for Matt Wade tonight, the lefty started for the Ducks, 7 innings pitched, so he went 5 more innings than he did in his first start. 4 hits, excuse me. No runs or walks, and 5 strikeouts. I'm pitching there for a called strike to Canary. Count goes to 2-1 now. 88 pitches, 62 strikes for Way. And a 2-1 from Reed. Canary lifts this one foul over the screen and behind home plate. And we will do it once again here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Canary looking for his second hit of the night, like Joash Brodeen just had, to lead off the inning with his double to left field. So Brodeen now has an extra base hit in tonight's ball game from each side of the plate. The homer coming from the left side, the double from the right. And the 2-2, low for ball 3. And the count has now gone full at 3-2 on Ryan Canary. After Canary, it'll be Dan Lyons. Neeson continues to warm down the left field line for the Ducks. And Reed's 3-2 on the way is low for ball 4. So Canary is on base for the second time tonight as he draws the base on balls. It's another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quackerjack Foundation wins. So a double and a walk, and the Ducks really looking to extend their lead here in the 9th inning. First pitch to Dan Lyons is low for a ball, and the count goes to 1-0. Lyons tonight is 0 for 2. Was robbed of a base hit on a liner to right field his last time up. Here he fouls one off. And the count goes to 1-1. Lyons laid down a sac bunt in the 4th and popped out to right in the 3rd. And in the 6th, his last at bat, a hard low line drive to right field, and Ryan Harvey made a great sliding backhanded catch. First and second, no one out for the Ducks in the 9th. They lead it 5-0. The 1-1 from Reed. High pop-up, foul territory to the right side. Right fielder Harvey over towards the stands in foul territory. He will not be able to make the catch. Looked like he was going to make the catch in foul territory, and I think dropped the ball as he went up onto the pitching mound in the bullpen. So Lyons is still alive here. And the count now 1-2. Just looking at the scoreboard to see whether or not they charge an error at all to Harvey there. I don't believe they will. Oh, a tough play ranging down the right field line. Brodeen the runner at second, Canary at first, and the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch from Reed to Lyons on the way. And the pitch is low and inside for ball 2. After Lions back to the top of the order for Perales. Ducks with 6 hits in tonight's ball game. They have also drawn 4 walks. And have taken advantage of 3 errors by the Barnstormers. 2-2. Swinging a slow ground ball to short. Howard Fields flips to second for 1. The turn to first. Not in time as Lyons beat it out. So it'll be a 6-4 fielder's choice off the bat of Dan Lyons. His speed is just too much. On to third base goes Brodin. Runners at the corners, 1 out now, and that'll bring up Danny Perales. So Canary is retired at second base on a good play by Kevin Howard, the shortstop. Brodin moves to third. Lyons now at first. Good speed on the bases for Long Island. Bottom third in the order has a lot of speed with Brodin, Canary, and Lyons. And here's Perales, who's 1 for 3 tonight with a double and a walk. First pitch, swinging a liner in a left field, a base hit for Danny Perales. Joe Ash Brodin will trot home from third. Stopping at second is Lyons. An RBI single for Danny Perales. And the Ducks lead it 6-0 here in the 9th inning. So for Perales, he picks up his 4th run batted in of the season, which is now good for the team lead and a tie with Joe Ash Brodin, who has 4 with his 3-run home run. Runners now at first and second with 1 out in the 9th. As Lyons moves to second on the base hit. First pitch is on the outside corner for a strike to Ray Navarrete. And the count is 0-1. So the Ducks now lead it 6-0 here in this ball game. And the 0-1 on the way from Reed. Navarrete swings and misses. Chased one down low in the zone. And Navarrete quickly behind here. 0-2. Navarrete tonight is 1 for 4. Reached on an error in the 3rd and scored on the wild pitch. Also singled to left in the 7th. 0-2 the count. Reed ready. Kicks and fires, and Navarrete will swing and chop it foul at home plate. To the count. Navarrete at the plate, takes a pitch up high from Reed. And the count now goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th inning, Lancaster will need at least 6 runs. They will send up Galen, Danker, and Harvey, a lefty and 2 righties. And the 1-2. Navarrete takes low once again. And that runs the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Righty batter against the lefty pitcher. Lyons at second and Perales at first with 1 away. The 2-2. Swinging a pop-up right side. The second baseman, Rosario, going out, and Rosario's going to make the catch. Rosario came in to take over at second base for Takashima after King had pinch hit in the bottom of the 8th. So that's the second out. As Navarrete pops to second, runners have to stay put. And that'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Adam Bailey. So the one defensive change we forgot to tell you about again. Aaron King pinch hit for Takashima in the 8th and grounded to first. And Olmo Rosario, who got the start last night at second base, went in to take over in the 9th inning at second base. First pitch in there, a called strike. And the count 0-1 on Bailey, who has walked and singled in tonight's ball game. He's also popped out foul to the catcher and grounded into a 6-4 3-double play. Here comes an 0-1 pitch. As Reed looks back at the runner at second. Now time is called because I believe a baseball got loose from the Ducks bullpen. Eric Neeson still warming on this chilly April night. A 0-1 pitch up coming in this lefty-lefty matchup from Reed to Bailey. Runners take their leads, neither being held on. And the 0-1, Bailey takes upstairs for a ball. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike. The only Duck who has yet to be on the base pass tonight is Ramon Castro, who has gone 0 for 4 at the plate. Nelson has reached on an error, so not safely reaching base. So 1-1 here is swung on and missed on a ball down in the zone in the count 1-2. Lyons also has not safely reached. He reached on a fielder's choice. Neither of which, an error or a fielder's choice, help a player's on-base percentage. But Castro, the only Ducks batter that has not run on the base path this evening. So a 1-ball, 2-strike pitch coming here to Bailey as Reed tries to get through the ninth, allowing just the 1 run. And his 1-2 on the way to Bailey is upstairs for a ball, as Paramore prevents that one from going out behind home plate. And that evens up the count at 2-2 on Bailey. Bailey hit his first home run of the year, a solo shot in the first inning last night. Reed gets the sign. And his 2-2 on the way to Bailey is swung on and missed for strike 3. Late on the fastball, that came in at 88 for Reed, his first strikeout, and that retires the side in the ninth. But the Ducks get another run on 2 hits and a walk. No errors, 2 men left on base. To the bottom of the ninth inning we go. The Ducks need 3 outs to pick up their first win of the season. And it looks like they'll call on Eric Neeson a pitch. Ducks ahead 6-0 over the Lancaster Barnstormers.
Hi, this is reliever Leo Rosales, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey Ducks fans, your recreation destination this year is The Rinks at Hidden Pond Park. The Rinks features 2 full-size ice rinks, a 97-acre summer day camp, a New York State licensed preschool academy, and a wide variety of birthday party options. Learn to skate, join one of many hockey leagues, swim in an Olympic-sized pool, and enjoy all the fun that The Rinks has to offer. Visit us today at 660 Terry Road in Hauppauge, or check us out online at therinks.com. The Rinks, your recreation destination.
Hey, Duck fans, you want all the latest inside info on your defending Atlantic League champion Long Island Ducks? Then follow Ducks President and General Manager Michael Pfaff on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucksGM. You'll find out first right here about player transactions, special stories, and so much more. You'll also be able to interact with Michael directly and get his take on all things Ducks baseball. Head to twitter.com/LIDucksGM today and make sure to follow along throughout the entire 2013 season. It's game time.
To the bottom of the ninth inning here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. The Ducks trying to close out their first win of 2013. They lead it 6-0, and they call on the left-hander Eric Neeson to face Blake Galen here. Nobody warming in the Ducks bullpen, so it looks like Neeson will try for the final 3 outs of tonight's ballgame. As the left-hander Neeson will face Galen, Denker, and Harvey 3, 4, and 5 in the Barnstormers order. Terrific scoreless inning, 1-2-3 by Jared Lansford in the 8th. Now 2 1/3 scoreless on the season for the right-hander. Now the first pitch in there for a called strike to Galen. It's 0-1. Galen is grounded to the mound, grounded to short, and singled to left in his 3 at-bats tonight. 0-1. Fastball missed outside from Neeson. 1 ball and 1 strike. That one came in at 90 from the left-hander. Hard-throwing left-hander, former Mets draft pick. 1-1 in this lefty-lefty matchup, and Galen takes a strike on the outside corner. It's 1-2. So for Jared Lansford, no hits, no runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout as he K'd Cody Kirkland swinging to end the 8th. And the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch on the way is up high for a ball. And the count goes to 2-2. Looks like righty Leo Rosales might start to warm for Long Island. He's at least starting to get loose. Again, it's not a safe situation. The Ducks are up by 6 runs. But he's there just in case. 2-2. Check swing on a high fastball. He did not go around, and the count has gone full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. After the final out, you want to stay tuned. The post-game show is coming up next. We'll recap this one, hand out the Nicolak Player of the Game Award, and take one final look at the out-of-town scoreboard before we wrap it up for this 7-game road trip to open the 2013 season. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out here in this 9th inning, and the pitch on the way from Neeson. In there, a called strike 3. Terrific fastball from Neeson right in at the knees. First strikeout for Neeson, the 7th for Ducks pitching tonight. And that is the first out here in inning number 9. Then we got the cleanup man, Travis Denker. Six 0 Ducks. 2 runs scoring in the game on wild pitches. A 3-run homer by Joe Ashbrodeen. And an RBI single in the 9th by Danny Perales have accounted for the 6 Ducks runs. Bases empty, 1 out. And the first pitch to Denker in there for a strike. Neeson pouring fastballs in there against this Barnstormers team. So Galen now 1 for 4. And Denker 0 for 3 at the plate tonight. He's flat out twice and struck out looking as he takes up and away for ball 1. Count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike on Denker. Neeson from the stretch, kicks and fires, and Denker hits a high fly ball in the left field for Ryan Canary. He's going back in left center. He will make the running catch, and that is out number 2 here in the 9th. Denker got a hold of that one, but he hits it to the one area of the ballpark it's probably hardest to get out, that deep Death Valley out in left center field. And with 2 away, the Ducks 1 out away from their first win of the year as Ryan Harvey, the last hope for the Barnstormers tonight, as the Ducks lead it 6-0 here in the bottom of the 9th. So Harvey steps up to the plate. Neeson is ready, first pitch. In there, right down the middle for a strike. 0-1 on Harvey, who's 1 for 3. Single to right in the 7th, struck out in the 4th, and grounded to first in the 2nd. 0-1 upcoming from Neeson. Gets the sign, and here's the pitch. And Harvey takes another called strike. And the Ducks 1 strike away from a victory here tonight. Looking in for the sign is Neeson. Ralph Enriquez will give him the sign as Harvey waits at home plate. And the 0-2 pitch on the way is swung on and fouled to the screen behind home plate. Just got a piece off the end of the bat to stay alive. So the count stays at 0-2. Fans chanting Harvey here, trying to keep the Barnstormers alive here. Lancaster's perfect season hanging in the balance. They are 6-0 on the young season, and the 0-2 pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Neeson overthrown on that fastball. One ball, 2 strike pitch upcoming from the Ducks left-hander. Bases empty, 2 away. The Ducks with a 6-0 lead in the 9th, and the 1-2 on the way. Harvey will take, and that misses outside for ball 2. Last year in the championship series, Harvey was a .381 hitter, 4 home runs against the Ducks, and 7 runs batted in. 2 ball, 2 strike pitch upcoming from the left-hander. Neeson gets the sign, the pitch on the way. Harvey will swing and pop it foul to the first base side of home plate and out of play. And we'll do it once again here at 2-2. Harvey not going down without a fight here. Barnstormers trying to stay in it despite being down by 6 in inning number 9. Neeson ready again, and another 2-2 pitch to Ryan Harvey. It is just up and inside for a ball. And the count has now gone full at 3-2. No action for the Ducks in their bullpen, nothing doing for Lancaster. The Ducks hoping to celebrate their first win of the season with 1 more strike. And Neeson will step off and go through the signs again with Ralph Enriquez. Ducks left-hander ready to go now. And his 3-2, nope, time called once again, and Enriquez will go through the signs one more time. The 2 having a little bit of a communication issue here, trying to get the sign on the final pitch. Now ready to go is Neeson. It's 3-2 on the way, up high for ball 4. So Harvey, despite falling behind 0-2, is able to draw the walk. That's the first walk Ducks pitchers have allowed tonight.
First baseman Darrell Ward.
And that will pass the baton to Darrell Ward. So 2 out, a runner at first now. Here's Darrell Ward, and the first pitch to Ward is up high for a ball. Count goes to 1-0. Ward tonight is 1 for 3, single to left in the second, grounded to second in the fifth, struck out in the seventh. And Neeson's 1-0. That's in there for a strike. The count 1-1. So lefty-lefty matchup here. Joe Mather waiting on deck. Ducks have 7 hits in the game. Barnstormers with 4 hits and 3 errors. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch from Neeson, and Ward will take another called strike. Good off-speed pitch, and again, the Ducks are 1 strike away from the win. Ward steps back in. Neeson looks in for the sign. He's ready to go. And the 1-2 on the way is swung on and popped up right side. The first baseman, Joe Ashbrodeen, will make the call on the outfield grass. He will make the catch. This ball game is over, and for the first time in 2013, the Ducks will high-five on the field as they win it 6-0 over the Lancaster Barnstormers. Well, it took 7 games, but that doesn't matter now. The Ducks are on the left side of the standings as they pick up their first win of 2013 as they defeat the Barnstormers 6-0 here in the final game of a 3-game series. Well, don't go anywhere. The post-game show's coming up next. We'll recap this one and hand out the Nicolak Player of the Game Award after this.
Hi, this is pitcher TJ Hose, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
This one is clocked. Deep left field by Dan Lyons. Going back is left fielder Peter Barrows. He's looking up. That ball will not leave its wingman. I feel the need for speed. Talk to me, Goose. Talk to me. It's no good. Talk to me.
Hey, Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Every time a Ducks hitter goes deep, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all the winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
I love coming to the stadium.
What do you love about a Long Island Ducks game?
The excitement.
The laughter.
The memories.
Spending time with my family.
Watching my grandson's eyes light up.
Dancing with Quacker Jack.
What about you?
A 400-foot shot.
Definitely the food. Getting autographs and running the bases.
Play ball! For game times and promos for your 2012 Atlantic League champions, visit liducks.com.
I love this game.
Ducks Baseball. It's game time.
Well, the Ducks locker room will be celebratory for the first time in 2013 tonight as they have defeated the Lancaster Barnstormers by a final count of 6-0 to salvage the finale of this 7-game road trip and 3-game series in Lancaster. So the Ducks improved to 1-6. Barnstormers handed their first loss of the season as they fall to a record of 6-1 here in 2013. Barnstormers will head on the road for the first time now as they will head to Somerset. Check that Camden. They will head to Camden to face the River Sharks, while the Ducks will head home, and they'll open up a 3-game series tomorrow night against the Sugarland Skeeters. Time to recap this game. A very good one for the Ducks, as through the first 2 innings, Jay Bente got into some trouble but did not allow a run, and Matt Way was very strong for the Ducks throughout, but especially through the first 2. And in the third, the Ducks would get their first run of the ball game, taking an advantage of some of the miscues defensively by the Barnstormers with 1 out. Or check that, 2 outs in the third. Ray Navarrete hit a ground ball to the third baseman, Cody Kirkland. He bobbled the ball. Navarrete would reach safely, and the inning would continue. Adam Bailey followed with a single to right. Navarrete went first to third on the base hit. So the Ducks had runners at the corners with 2 men out, and with Ramon Castro at the plate, Bente threw a wild pitch that allowed Navarrete to score from third, and the Ducks had a 1-0 lead. The big inning for Long Island, the one they had been looking for all road trip long, was in the fourth, as they would send 8 men to the plate, knocking Bente out of the game. Bente would start the inning, and on the first batter of the inning, Nelson hit a ground ball to first that Darrell Ward couldn't handle. Would go for an error. Nelson was on to start the inning. Ralph Henriquez followed with a walk to put runners at first and second with nobody out. And then Joe Ashbrodeen, for the second time in this series, uncorked a home run deep into the night in right center field. A 3-run shot, his second of the series and of the season. And the Ducks all of a sudden were ahead 4-0 in that fourth inning. Ryan Canary followed with a single to right. He would go to second on a wild pitch with Dan Lyons at the plate, and then Lyons laid down a sacrifice bunt that moved Canary over to third. Butch Hobson came out of the dugout. He took Bente out of the game and brought in the lefty Brian Tallett. And with Danny Perales at the plate, another wild pitch thrown that allowed Canary to score from third. And the Ducks had taken a 5-0 lead. Tallett would end up walking Perales, but then got Navarrete on a flyout and Bailey on a pop-out to end the inning. It would stay that way throughout, 5-0 all the way until the ninth. The Ducks would get another run in the ninth as Joe Ashbrodeen doubled to lead off the inning against Nate Reed. Canary picked up a walk, and Dan Lyons hit into a 6-4 fielder's choice to put runners at the corners with one out for Danny Perales. He would single the left. His fourth RBI of the season brought home Brodeen from third. And the Ducks had a 6-0 lead. Eric Neeson closed it out with a scoreless ninth. And the Ducks win it 6-0 over the Barnstormers for their first win of the season. Final totals for the Ducks, 6 runs, 7 hits, 1 error in the ballgame. They would leave 6 on base. The final line for Lancaster, no runs on 4 hits, 3 errors. That was a big story for Lancaster tonight. They left 6 on base as well. The winning pitcher is Matt Way. Way a strong 7 innings tonight, so that improves his record, to 1-0 on the year. The loser is Bente, and Bente drops to 1-1 on the year. No save in the game. Another quick one here tonight. 2 hours and 25 minutes between the Ducks and the Barnstormers in a game that saw an announced attendance of 2,862 here tonight. And I'm surprised. I thought it was by far the largest crowd of the series, but it's the lowest of the announced attendances tonight. Go figure. But either way, the Ducks win it 6-0. As for tonight's Nico Lock player of the game, it was close between Brodeen and Way, but to me, no contest. Matt Way is tonight's Nico Lock player of the game for what he did on the mound. The Ducks were in need of a terrific start after a couple rough ones by Murphy and Brownell in this series, and Way turned one in. 7 innings, 4 hits, no runs, no walks, and 5 strikeouts. He threw 88 pitches. Check that, 91 pitches, 64 for strikes, according to the official score here. So 91 and 64 were his final pitch totals. Matt Way, tonight's Nico Lock player of the game. Nico Lock retaining walls and paving stones, a company synonymous with quality and service in the manufactured concrete industry for almost 50 years. One more break on the postgame. The out-of-town scoreboard's next, and then we wrap things up from Clipper Magazine Stadium tonight, where the Ducks win it 6-0 over the Barnstormers.
Hi, this is right-handed pitcher Connor Graham, and you're listening to the Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc specially formulated paver shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc Pavers, let Nicoloc Pavers pave your way.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Holiday Inn Islip MacArthur Airport in Ronkonkoma. Uncover the perfect balance of memorable, award-winning service and the most central location Long Island has to offer. The Holiday Inn is located less than a quarter mile from the Islip MacArthur Airport with a state-of-the-art health and fitness center, high-speed internet access, a world-class outdoor pool, and the great food and fun inside the Brickyard Bar and Grill. There's never been a better time to visit the Holiday Inn Islip Airport. Best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Holiday Inn, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 585-9500 today. That's 631-585-9500.
Well, back here at Clipper Magazine Stadium in Lancaster, Pennsylvania tonight, the Ducks win it by a count of 6-0, their first win of the young season. So they improved to 1-6, and the Barnstormers, lose their first game of the year. They fall to 6-1. We'll take one final look at the out-of-town scoreboard before we wrap things up for this 7-game road trip. Southern Maryland Blue Crabs leading the York Revolution 2-0. Top of the 9th inning. That game has actually just gone final now, with the Blue Crabs winning by a count of 2-0 over the Revolution. So Southern Maryland improves to 3-5 on the year. York falls to 4-4. In that game, the winning pitcher for the Blue Crabs is going to be Marshall. He improves to 1-0. The loser, Tomko, fell to 0-1. And Jim Ed Warden with his second save of the year. Ryan Mulhern, his second home run of the season for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. And in a game that's now in the top of the 8th inning in Somerset, looks like if that score holds up, the Skeeters will no longer be perfect either. They're losing 3-1 to the Somerset Patriots right now in the 8th inning. Thompson was the starter for the Patriots. He allowed just 1 run in 7 innings. Ellerton allowed 2 runs in 4 innings for the Skeeters. And on the RBI board, Yuneski Sanchez has driven in 2, Jake Fox 1 to lead the Patriots. Landman has the only RBI for the Skeeters. And the other game going on, Bridgeport 8-4. They lead it over the Camden River Sharks, bottom of the 8th inning. So if Camden does not win that game, they will be the only winless team in the Atlantic League now at 0-7 with the Ducks winning tonight. Butler started for the Bluefish, 1 run in 6 innings. Weezer started for Camden, 7 runs in 5 innings. And for the Bluefish, 2 RBIs leading the way for Colin Delhomme. 2 hits for Delhomme, Spencer, and Mayora in the game. Major League scoreboard, they are at the top of the 8th inning now at Yankee Stadium. Yankees up 5-3 on the Toronto Blue Jays. Kuroda started the game for the Yankees, Burley for the Blue Jays. Yankees have home runs from Cano, his 7th, Wells, his 6th, and Cervelli, his 3rd. Encarnacion, his 5th, and Laurie, his 1st for the Blue Jays. Mets lost earlier today 3-2 to the LA Dodgers. 2 runs in the 9th, 1 hit for the Dodgers. Jansen, the win, improves to 1-0. Former Duck Scott Rice suffered the loss. He fell to 1-1, and Brandon League earned his 6th save. Ike Davis, the only home run in the game, his 4th of the year. Good news for Rangers fans. The New York Rangers will be joining the Islanders in the playoffs. They win it 4-3 over the Carolina Hurricanes in overtime. Ryan Callahan's overtime goal wins it for the Rangers. They had a 2-0 lead. Carolina scored 3 straight to take a 3-2 lead. Brad Richards scoring with under 3 minutes. Rangers have clinched a playoff berth. Islanders in action tonight as well, but they lost to the Flyers 2-1 in Philly. John Tavares had the lone goal for the Islanders. So again, the Rangers and Islanders will both be in the postseason here in 2013. And as for the NFL draft tonight, forgot to mention that earlier. The local teams obviously making their draft picks this year. The Jets had the number 9 pick in the draft, and they chose cornerback D. Milliner out of Alabama. And he will likely replace Darrelle Revis as the cornerback. Very good corner from what I have heard watching and listening to some draft reports, but his big concern, of course, is the injuries. He's had 5 surgeries, including shoulder surgery this offseason. They are actually on the clock right now with the number 13 pick, which they acquired in the trade for Darrelle Revis. Ducks return home tomorrow night. Big night at Bethpage Ballpark. The first home game of the year. You want to get there early. First 1,500 fans tomorrow night will receive replica championship rings courtesy of PC Richard & Son. Be in your seats by 6:30 as the Ducks will host a championship ring and banner-raising ceremony as the culmination of the celebration of the 2012 Atlantic League Championship, the second in Long Island Ducks franchise history. A big celebration going on tomorrow night. And the Ducks will face the Skeeters at 7:05. Dontrell Willis, his Ducks debut on the mound, the starter for Long Island, and he will face left-hander Bobby Livingston for the Skeeters. That's going to do it for us here at Clipper Magazine Stadium tonight. Once again, the final score. The Ducks get their first win of 2013. They defeat the Barnstormers 6-0 to take the final game of this 7-game road trip. We invite you to join us for our next Ducks broadcast, which will be tomorrow night when the Ducks play their first home game of 2013 as they take on the Sugarland Skeeters in the first of 3. Pre-game show will begin at 6:50. First pitch at 7:05. On the radio home of the Ducks, 103.9 FM WRCN. If you're looking to get video of tomorrow night's game, join us right here, youtube.com/DucksBaseball. We'll have video of all of tomorrow night's game there, as well as video of the championship ring and banner raising ceremony going on tomorrow night, which is slated to begin at approximately 6:30. My name is Michael Pollack. Thanks so much for joining me here on your Thursday night. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast and enjoyed listening all road trip long. Have a great rest of your Thursday night. We'll do it all over again on Friday from Bethpage Ballpark. Good night and so long from Pennsylvania.